is all the time. Duh. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot. For the best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Unlimited time does not mean forever. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and California and via third-party delivery. Fresh beef available in the contiguous U.S., Alaska, and Canada.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Huge news. Right now at Wendy's, you can get a Son of Baconator for just $3. I don't think you understand this situation. The Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. You know, smoked bacon, rich melted cheese. That Son of Baconator is only $3. Thank you to whoever wished upon that star. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii, not valid on a combo or in third-party delivery platforms.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
I don't have to tell you it's hot. Hi, this is Ron from Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Make sure your home is cool and comfortable all summer long. Routine maintenance can often prevent major breakdowns. Call us before the first sign of trouble. Call today, 520-492-0748 or picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Your home for everything Arizona Wildcats. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290, KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Right side and swings at the first pitch and skies it to left field. At the warning track, it's gone. That thing was hit a mile into the air, and Nets has given the Wildcats their first lead.
The Big 12 Player of the Year and her Arizona softball sisters getting ready to start their postseason in Oklahoma City. Again, this is a little weird. It's weird because usually we're playing to get to Oklahoma City for the Women's College World Series, not like starting out in Oklahoma City. But it's a new age, a new era, the Big 12. So we start in Oklahoma City to get back to Oklahoma City. But the second trip to Oklahoma City is the one that we really want. That's the one that you play for to get a chance to go for a national championship. First step, though, today, it'll be the Arizona Wildcats and the Central Florida Knights in the quarterfinal round of the Big 12 softball tournament. Single elimination in this tournament, just like the boys will play here in a few weeks. It'll be single elimination, so it could be a very short stay for the Arizona softball team if they don't get it done today against a Central Florida Knights team that absolutely put the screws on them here in Tucson to start Big 12 conference play. Wildcats had such a great non-conference season. They came home feeling good about themselves. They'd beaten UCLA. They'd beaten Washington. They'd barely lost to number one Texas. And then, unbeknownst to us, Central Florida came in here and said, look, we know how to play this game that y'all think y'all invented out in the Pac-12. Knocked the Wildcats on their keister for the first two games, won the series, and then Arizona found themselves on Sunday and got a run rule win to avoid the sweep. So those two teams will do it again today. In fact, starting here very shortly. I'm told they are on time. Things are on time today in Oklahoma City. So we will be keeping you abreast of that game throughout the course of our show today. We, in fact, might do a listen in or two. We can do that because the game is on right down the hall. KTUC, Freedom 1400. If you don't want to listen to me talk all afternoon for the next 3 hours, I'll invite you. You know, people will say, well, don't say that. Don't tell them to turn the channel. Don't tell people to go listen or watch something else. That's fine. If you want to go to Freedom 1400, I strongly encourage you to do so. Derek Palmer, who you just heard there at the top, he will have the call from Oklahoma City as long as the Wildcats stay there this weekend. Game 1 tonight. If Arizona wins, Game 2 on Friday. It'll be a half hour later, 3:30 for the semifinal game. And then if the Wildcats can get to the finals, we're talking about an early morning on Saturday. I'm actually playing golf early, so I'll be up on Saturday morning. But it'll be a 9 a.m.er, 9 a.m. first pitch, Tucson time on Saturday for the Big 12 Tournament Championship if the Wildcats can indeed get there. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Let me give you the starting lineup today for your Arizona softball team against Central Florida. Dakota Kennedy batting first, playing in left field. She was first team All Pac-12. Reagan Shockey batting second in center field. I still don't understand how Reagan Shockey was not on the all-defensive team. Somebody's going to have to explain that to me. Sydney Stewart, All Pac-12, hits third and catches. Devin Netz. Did I say Pac-12?
I think
Mr.
you did.
Thursday.
Yes.
Mr. Thursday, did I say Pac-12?
You said Pac-12 there.
Oh, boy. Okay. We're going to be rich by the end of the year. We hadn't put any money. We hadn't put any money in that thing in a while, so I was kind of starting to feel pretty good about myself. But
well, I'm just thinking about it. Do you want to take the money that's in there and use it as the balancing out for the bets and things like that?
Hey, we are actually starting, Mr. Dragon Ball, to make our way back. We were $200 in the hole.
Yep.
We're now only about $140 in the hole.
140. That's not bad.
We're starting to get back on the winning trail there, I think, and we're only 70. I think we're 72 bets into this 162 game or 162 play season. So we still got over 90 bets to get back right. I think we're going to do that.
All right.
We'll see.
I'm just saying that jar can be the emergency fund to get us back to neutral.
Mr. Thursday, Dragon Ball is with us. Dragon Ball, how are you?
Doing all right. Happy to be back.
There you go. I'm going to go through and finish my batting lineup here for Arizona softball. You've got Kaya Altmaier. Devin Netz. Devin Netz, the Big 12, not the Pac-12, but the Big 12 Player of the Year, is in the cleanup spot and playing first base. Kyle Altmaier will bat fifth in right field. Miranda Stoddard. How about that? Miranda Stoddard gets the ball today in game 1. I'll be interested to hear what Caitlin Lowe's mindset was to do that. Handing the ball to Miranda Stoddard versus her ace Devin Netz in game 1. Holding Netz. Because again, single elimination, a little bit different. And I think you probably do want to hold your ace. That makes sense to me, to hold your ace for game 2, which is going to be a little bit more difficult game than game 1 again. But not to say that there's any slouch in Central Florida, because they beat the Wildcats 2 out of 3. But still makes perfect sense to me that you would hold your ace for game number 2. How do you like that, by the way? 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. Do you agree with that decision by Caitlin Lowe not to start Devin Netz today for game 1, the quarterfinal round of the Big 12 tournament? Jenna Sniffen bats 6th. She is at third base today. Taylor Beal hits 7th. She is the shortstop. Emily Shep is the designated player, batting 8th. Kiki Escobar hits 9th and plays second base for your Arizona Wildcats. That is your starting lineup. Let me update you on what has happened already in Oklahoma City. There were 3 games yesterday. Number 8 seed Baylor knocked out number 9 Kansas 7-3. Baylor is playing the number 1 seed today, or has played. We'll get to what happened there. The second game yesterday was number 7 Central Florida against number 10 Utah. Central Florida led this game by a score of 5-0 going into the 7th inning. Utah put up a 5 spot in the 7th inning to tie the game. Central Florida, in the bottom of the 7th, would do this to advance.
Plus, your Wi-Fi.
They would hit a home run. It was a pretty big home run for Central Florida. Do we have that, Dragon Ball? Do we have that home run from yesterday? The Central Florida home run. We'll come back to that. So Central Florida wins 7-5. They advance to play Arizona. And then in the final game of the day, BYU shut out. They're the 6th seed, shut out Houston 4-0. Let's hear how Central Florida got to today's game against Arizona.
1-2 pitch. Hit well and deep to the wall. Gone! And the Knights cap off the night with a walk-off home run, scheduling an appointment with Arizona tomorrow in round 2. Ashley Griffin does the honors.
Ashley Griffin. Round 2. So today's game between Arizona and Central Florida is the last game of the day. So the first 2 games have already been played. Number 5 seed Arizona State beat number 4 seed Oklahoma State 2-1. So the Sun Devils are in the semifinals. Number 1 seed Texas, led by the Big 12 pitcher of the year, Nigeri Kennedy, shut out Baylor 4-0. So Texas Tech will play Arizona State in the semifinals on Friday. Arizona will now play Central Florida, and that game is on deck. The final game of the night, I said Arizona was the final game. There's actually one more after that. The late game tonight, number 3 Iowa State against number 6 BYU. Now, the Wildcats, if I'm not mistaken, did not play Iowa State during the regular season this year. So that would be if it is the 2-3 matchup between the Wildcats and the Cyclones. And, of course, Sia Swain, who pitches out of the bullpen for Arizona, is a former Iowa State Cyclone. That would be the first meeting of the year, if I'm not mistaken, between those 2 teams. So that is what is on tap. 2 games still left to play, and we will be set with the Final 4 for the Big 12 Conference Tournament on the softball side heading into tomorrow. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. The Athletics Director of the University of Arizona, Desiree Reed-Francois, is going to be joining us in this hour, as she normally does. On Thursdays, I'm assuming she's maybe not in Oklahoma City. She may have some business to be taken care of here. We're getting close to graduation. That'll be next week, obviously, though. Finals are starting, so good luck to all the students out there, students and student athletes, as you embark on this final stage of the academic year. Finals. What do they call it here? I think they call it when there's no class and everybody goes out and parties before finals start.
Well, it's not rush. That's a different thing entirely. I'm not sure if there's.
I think they call it Dead Day. I think it's Dead Day. Is that what they call it?
I have never heard of that.
Come on, you've been in college more recently than I have.
That's just it. I've been in college more recently. The thing is, like, the only thing that I remember specifically about people going out and doing whatever they wanted at a time that was not normal was probably Tequila Sunrise at NAU. That was like the one thing that I could.
Is that what they call it? Tequila Sunrise?
I mean, that was a different thing entirely. That was not before finals or anything like that. As far as I remember, that was just people would go ahead and they would start drinking before the sun was up. That was about all I remember, because there was a lot of people that like to use the free buses to get back from the bars at that morning. And sometimes it was just nice to go ahead and pull up a deck chair somewhere and just watch people come off the bus.
I think the academically, I call it the academically correct term is reading day.
Reading day.
Reading day.
It seems like box day. It's like another equivalent to that. Like Boxing Day.
Yeah, exactly. Reading day, because you're supposed to be spending that day studying. Dead day, because everybody goes out and drinks the night before and sleeps all day.
Yes. That's probably where that name comes from.
So exams start tomorrow. So I think that would make today reading day, which would have made today. So today would be reading day. If I'm reading all of this correctly, because final exams start tomorrow and go through next Thursday. So I hope everybody on campus, all you students and student athletes, are doing your reading today and are not dead from hanging out on University Boulevard too long last night. All right, much more coming up straight ahead. We'll ask Desiree Reed-Francois about reading day, if she's because I'm sure her office is in the academic building. So I'll ask her how packed the academic building was today with student athletes on this reading day before the beginning of finals. We will have much more coming up for you as well. Morgan Pepe is going to join us from Pima Track. She is a pole vaulter. I love talking to pole vaulters because I always want to ask them about how they go up on that little stick and shoot themselves over that bar. We'll talk to Morgan, local youngster who has done well for Pima Track. We'll also hear from Chip Hale today ahead of tomorrow's series with the Utah Utes, the senior weekend series at High Corbett Field for Arizona baseball. Cricket, though, for the first time today, getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the Auto Nation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. Collision occurred on the westbound side of I-10 just west of Ruth Ruff, El Camino del Cerro. Westbound I-10 right between Ruth Ruff, El Camino del Cerro, and Sunset. A collision occurred there. There are backups on the westbound side of I-10. Other collisions, Ajo Way at I-10, Fort Lowland, Alvernon, Prudence and Golf Links, and also Grant and Rosemont. 65 the overnight low, 96 sunny tomorrow, 88 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. If you're ready for a new job, let Express Employment Professionals help you. Express is already hiring for summer jobs in a variety of industries. Job seekers never pay a fee at Express. Go to ExpressPros.com to find your location. That's ExpressPros.com.
The jungle has moved afternoon, so grab your best Tucson tuxedo and join us on the Jim Rome Show weekdays from noon till 3 p.m. right here on the flagship home of your Arizona Wildcats, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Download our app. It slaps. Nobody covers Southern Arizona sports like we do. Don't miss out on any of the highlights, stories, and analysis. The flagship home for Arizona Wildcats Athletics, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
Smart solutions to eliminate bugs, bees, and weeds this spring.
Science nerds, choose Essential.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Let's take another role player tonight in the NBA. I'm Sammy P, here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM network. Steph Curry out for Golden State. The public looking at Jimmy Butler props, but I like a player that will go good or bad, blowout or not. That's Gary Payton. Let's play over his point prop, 7.5. I'm Sammy P from the BetMGM network. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today, and please gamble responsibly.
It's the $10,000 quiz show. Okay, contestants, these are things that save you money. Ready? Here we go. It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products.
Tobacco Barn.
You pay no city or state sales tax because they're on
the Indian Reservation.
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at
TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Excellent. Now for the big savings. At Tobacco Barn, you'll save up to
40% off?
And because they're on the reservation, you pay no.
City or state sales tax.
And at TobaccoBarnTucson.com, you get
a coupon up to $3 off.
What you are if you waste your money shopping somewhere else.
Crazy?
Nuts.
Stupid?
A few tacos short of a combo plate.
Whoa! Tobacco Barn, Tucson's most watched savings show. Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check your local listings or TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Every day, Dave spends $5 on...
One ultra latte with a caramel drizzle.
But for less than $1 a day, he could protect his family with a $500,000 life insurance policy from SelectQuote. And for about the same $15 a month he spends on...
Honey, what's our password to Streamflix?
He could have a life policy from SelectQuote. But when his wife asked him...
Honey, have you looked into life insurance yet?
Dave said...
Whoa, how are we going to afford life insurance?
If only Dave knew that SelectQuote could find him a policy for up to 50% less than he's found online. That's about the same amount as one of his streaming subscriptions. SelectQuote is a broker. They know which carrier has the right policy for Dave's situation. So he'll have money left over for...
a karaoke machine with auto-tune.
I'm canceling your credit card.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get your free quote now at SelectQuote.com or call 800-341-6060. That's 800-341-6060. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
When I say three, everybody say Devin's the Big 12 player.
Devin Nets, Big 12 Player of the Year. 7th to ever do that for the Arizona Wildcats. Okay, so let's update you right now on what's happening. The game is underway in Oklahoma City, and interestingly enough, Central Florida wearing Orlando on their jerseys. Obviously, the University of Central Florida is in Orlando. Miranda Stoddard getting the ball today, and UCF already has a 2-zip lead. It looks like they may be already going to the bullpen here. With Miranda Stoddard in the second inning of this game. Central Florida has runners on first and second, and they are. So Miranda Stoddard is out of the circle here in the second inning against Central Florida after they have scored a pair of runs, and Devin Nets will be coming in and taking the ball here. Again, top of the second inning, and the score currently is 2-0. Central Florida has scored both of these runs here in this second inning on an RBI single and a fielder's choice ground ball. And they are the number 7 seed trying to advance to the semifinals and become the first team on the second half of the bracket. Again, the first semifinal is already set. It's going to be Arizona State against the number 1 seed, Texas Tech. So possibly we could get another meeting between the Arizona Wildcats and the Arizona State Sun Devils. That would be in the Big 12 championship on Saturday if it came to fruition. All right, let's talk some Arizona athletics. Pleased to be joined by the athletics director of the University of Arizona, Desiree Reed-Francois. And Desiree, where exactly are you today? Are you here? Are you in Oklahoma City? Where are you? I never know where you are.
You know what? Sometimes I don't really know where I am either. But thank goodness for my calendar. But tonight I have Casa Marana in Marana at 5:00, and so we have a Bear Down Takeover tour. We are wrapping it up, and it has been a great opportunity to spend some time with our Wildcat fans.
That is absolutely correct. Casa Marana, great spot up on the north side for the final version of this tour. And, last week you guys were up. Well, first of all, I want to find out how Southern California went before we get to Phoenix. How did Southern California go the night with the Angels and then the event at Marina Del Rey?
You know what? It was wonderful. We had a great trip. Angels didn't win, but we still met a lot of good fans. And
Angels don't win a lot, period.
Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know about all that. But you know what? We have an alum playing third base for the Angels, and it was just a great trip to Southern California. And like I've shared before, that's a really important market for us. And not being in the Pac-12, we have to make a concerted effort to continue to get out to California because it matters not only for Wildcat Athletics, but it matters for the university from, an enrollment management perspective and from a philanthropic perspective. So we want to make sure that we have a good presence out there.
Yeah, and then obviously you guys came back, and there was also a number of events last week up in or at least one event that was up in the Phoenix area. And we talked about that the last time we got together, that you guys were doing something with the St. Mary's Food Bank up in the Phoenix area as well. How did that event turn out? Were you guys able to collect a lot of food for the bank?
We did, and we put together boxed meals, and it was a really impactful time. And we even had people that heard about. We had Wildcat fans that heard that we were going to be at the St. Mary's Food Bank, and they came out and they took the day off work to help us load food. So it was really cool, and it was just like I said, we want to give back to our community, and not just. We ask a lot of our community to come to our events, join the Wildcat Club, buy tickets, and so we want to make sure and get out and give back.
And there's a lot of you mentioned, obviously, you've got the Casa Marana event tonight. There's a lot of different events that's happening. There's a game watch party right now down at Corbett's, I've heard, for folks that want to go down and watch the U of A softball game that's happening as we speak. Update you again. It's 2-0 right now, Central Florida leading the Wildcats in the second. You guys did a number of watch parties during the basketball postseason as well. Is that something that you guys want to do more of, these types of watch parties when the Wildcats are involved in big events away from Southern Arizona?
Absolutely. One of the best parts of college sports is it brings people together. And we want to galvanize our community, and being out in the Rio Nuevo district has been an important part of our sponsorship with them. But no matter if it's Rio Nuevo or throughout our state, there's something special about bringing Wildcats together. And we have the game on in the background too. So I'm watching while I'm talking to you, but I swear I'm paying attention.
Well, how about the young lady in the circle, Devin Nats, named the Big 12 Player of the Year?
Big 12, yes. Did you see that video? Wasn't that fantastic?
I did. I saw the one you guys put together. She's sitting in the stands and being interviewed and talking about, her journey and having to sit out last year and the injury. It's great to it's been a great story all year long, just her ability to come back from that back injury and be able to compete at such an exceptionally high level, and then to just get this award to be the 7th player in the history of the program to have that is just the cherry on top.
Isn't it, though? Thank you for mentioning that. And she is a special young lady. She is a leader both on the court, on the diamond, and off. And it's really neat. It was a great story. There we go. Okay, I like that. I like the way we ended that inning.
Oh, see, you're about 5 seconds ahead of me. So I'm just now seeing the doubleheader. But that's okay. That's okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna stop paying attention. I'm all in for you. I apologize, David.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't know you had a little play-by-play in your background too.
Definitely not. I'm going to stay in my lane. But we were talking about the Bear Dad Takeover Tour, and we had a great trip to Phoenix. And the folks out in Gilbert, it was a lot of fun. There was so much great energy and just meeting people. And, I hadn't been to Gilbert in about 15 years, and it has grown. What a cool community. Have you been there lately?
I've not. Gilbert, I don't know that I've been up to Gilbert much, no.
There's a cool downtown, great food, great people. I feel like I'm a Chamber of Commerce commercial for the city of Gilbert. But it is a cool place to go now.
There you go. Desiree Reed-Francois joining us. She's the athletics director at the University of Arizona. Okay, Desiree, the last time we talked, you were getting ready for a big dinner at your house for all the Big 12 champions. How did the dinner go?
It was so much fun. We had men's tennis, women's golf, and then we had our national champion triathletes there too. And it was really cute. And I'm probably sharing more information, and Nate's going to be rolling his eyes. But when we first get there, it was like boys on one side of the house, girls on the other side of the house. And so when we sat down again, they sat down, men over here, women over here, and I thought, no. So I was like, Jay. I was talking with Jay Friend and Colton. I'm like, look at this. What is this, an 8th grade dance? And he's like, oh, Mrs. Francois. And I was like, all right, everybody stand up. We're going to sit boy, girl, boy, girl. You can't sit with your own team. And so everybody had to sit. And I think they really enjoyed it. And we all went around the table and we talked about some fun facts and why we chose Arizona. And it was a really special evening. And I was just very thankful to have them there and, to see them outside of the court and the golf courses and triathlon outside of what they do. It was really neat. We have some special young people that I'm very blessed to be able to spend time with.
That is an awesome experience. I was just sharing a story of kind of something similar. I was in second grade, and my second grade teacher, she would invite all the kids over to her house, and it would be in groups of 6 to 8. So you would be in your little pod, and you would get to go over her house for dinner, and she would cook dinner for everybody. And it's just one of those memories from grade school that stands out. To have an opportunity to see and experience maybe your teacher on a different level than what you see in the classroom. So I always love to hear when the kids get a chance to go over to their coaches' houses or go over to your house and be able to kind of experience the people that they see every day on campus in their leadership roles, to be able to experience them in a little bit different light. I just think there's something really cool about that.
Well, do you remember the first time you saw your kindergarten teacher out at the grocery store? I just remember how surprised. It was my second grade teacher, and I saw Miss Ritchie in the grocery store, and it just blew my mind. That she was a person that bought groceries like my mom did.
Right, exactly, right? It's oh my gosh, you actually have a life. Desiree.
Hey, and you know what? You know what's special this week coming up? Can you believe that graduation is coming?
It is. It's amazing. We were just talking. So it's interesting how you brought that up, because we were just talking about today is what they like to call reading day, which is like I said, that's the academically correct way to say. I think the kids call it dead day because they were all out on University Boulevard having fun last night, and so they sleep all day today. But your office is right there in the academic building, so I told Dragon Boy, I said, I got to ask Desiree, have there been kids in there reading today on reading day?
I'd like to plead the fifth on that one, but we do have a history, the best GPA in department history, but so they must have all got their reading done yesterday. That's what happened, and that's why it's a little quiet in the academic center.
Well, let's pump up the fact that APR report came out last week, and then the numbers were exactly kind of what we want to see.
Absolutely, we had 10 teams with a perfect 1,000. It was really cool to see that.
10 teams. Yeah. And the men's basketball team, they were right up there as well, which was good to see. Tommy, he can coach him up off the court and on the court as well. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, go ahead.
You mentioned obviously you had the kids over. Women's golf, unfortunately, did not get into the NCAA championships. They came about 4 shots short. But I was out at the tennis match last week, and that was just a tremendous environment for their final home meet of the season, to get to see Colton Smith for the final time at the Robson Tennis. I mean, that young man has really done a lot to putting this men's tennis program where they are right now.
He's Big 12 Player of the Year. And, right before this, Nate and I were just speaking about Jay Friend. Jay Friend Colton gets so many accolades, and they're so well-deserved, and he is a special athlete. But, Jay Friend is really impressive, too. He's the Big 12 Scholar Athlete of the Year, I think he's number 5 in the country right now, plays number 2 for us. And he's a really neat young person. I'm excited to see what he does this weekend, 10 a.m. on Saturday, as we beat the Virginia Cavaliers.
There you go. He's only lost one dual match all season long, has Jay Friend. A tremendous season that he has had for sure. All right, so final stages of the academic year. What does that mean for you in terms of once the class part of it is over? What are some of the things that you've got going on here in the next 6 weeks as you guys begin to prepare for the next academic year coming up in July?
Yeah, well, we still have baseball, softball. Hopefully, we'll continue to have men's tennis, and then we have track and field. So they're still competing, but then we get really focused into getting prepared for the fall. Our whole summer is all about getting prepared for the fall. We like to assess right about this time. We're assessing what went well administratively, what didn't, how do we improve. We do after action reports on every single event we do. So we pull those and we start looking to see, all right, hey, as we're planning for the fall, how can we get better, whether it's through our tailgating, whether it's through our game day atmosphere, whether it's through football, and what does that opening look like? Last year we added the game delivery, the ball delivery from, the helicopters and all that. And it's like, how do we continue to get better so that we want our fans to notice that the game day atmosphere is just tweaked just a little bit each time. And so it's looking at all these surveys, and it is making sure that we're responsive. So that's a big focus for us. This whole summer is all about preparation.
And Desiree, I want to ask you, because we were talking obviously earlier in the week, big news on the football side with the decision by Kean Burnett to return to the University of Arizona after he had transferred out to go to Kansas. Is that an easy process for student athletes? If a student athlete, makes that decision to leave, but then decides maybe that wasn't the right decision, I want to come back, is it an easy process for them to get right back acclimated into? Can they pick up academically where they left off when they departed in January?
Each situation is a bit unique. So it really depends on where the student left and what their major is. And then from a football playing, what their, the situation with which they left and how that worked and how seamless their transition back is. But, in the end, they're 18 to 22-year-olds. And we've all made decisions, and then we realized that maybe there was a better opportunity. But sometimes the grass isn't always greener. But when they come back, and we welcome them with open arms, and I'm really glad to see him. He's a neat young man. His dad wrote a really cool book on name, image, and likeness that I really enjoyed, and he's a smart young man, and I'm really glad to have him back, and he's going to contribute.
And before I let you go, Desiree, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Desiree. Happy birthday to you. And many
wow,
more.
That's a mic drop. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Have a great week. I'll see you at baseball.
There we go. Desiree Reed-Francois, the athletics director at the University of Arizona. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collision occurred on the westbound side of I-10 west of Ruthrop. Freeway backups on westbound I-10 west of Ruthrop to beyond Miracle Mile. Collisions that are reported at McGee and Oracle, Ahaway at I-10, and also Fort Lowell and Alvernon. And 65 the overnight low, 96 and sunny tomorrow and 88 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery.
When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big. But there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
I don't have to tell you it's hot. Hi, this is Ron from Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Make sure your home is cool and comfortable all summer long. Routine maintenance can often prevent major breakdowns. Call us before the first sign of trouble. Call today, 520-492-0748 or picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way to southern Arizona, and while we're hoping for a few more weeks of mild weather, we know extreme heat comes next. So right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. Not sure about your car's air conditioner? Need to check out that light on your dashboard? Or make sure your battery can make it through another summer? Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is here to help. With decades of experience here in Arizona and dozens of top shop awards for tires and automotive maintenance. And right now, save big on the brands you love, like Michelin, and get big rebates like $100 back on Cooper tires. Plus, buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper's new Pro Control Series tires. You can stack on even more savings when you pay with your Jack Furrier card. Check out jackfurriers.com for all the promotions and details, and even more money-saving coupons on top of our already low prices. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
Yeah, Goodfellas AC.
Hi, can I get a second opinion from you guys on something?
Of course, it's what we're here for.
So, my wife's brother claimed he'd done some AC repair before.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and now there's kind of a rope and pulley situation that opens the freezer door and a fan inside turns on to cool off the house.
Huh, very creative.
Really?
No, not at all. Next time, call us first, yeah?
Yeah.
Call Goodfellas AC for free estimates and second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
Burgers sound great. Let's find a spot nearby. Wow, nothing? Oh well. Everybody okay with pizza instead?
Can she seriously not see us?
No, she can't. Time to get a boost. Get found and get on the map. Learn more at CumulusBoost.com.
This is Bill Ryder with a Sports Minute sponsored by Napa, the pros that know AC parts inside and out. The New York Knicks are up 2-0 in their series, in large part because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can't close series. Because Joe Mazzulla, the head coach, won't give up on this shoot three-point shots nonstop, no matter the cost. But let's also take a moment to praise Jalen Brunson. The clutch player of the year is also proving he might be this year's most important playoff performer. I'm Bill Ryder.
At Napa, we've spent the last 100 years building our business into an engine that powers yours. Whether you're big or small, national or local, Napa has the automotive solutions your business needs to stay moving. And it's all driven by a nationwide network of quality parts and exceptional service on one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead. That's why we are the pros that know.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. I bet you didn't know I could sing like that. I can. Updates you real quick. Big 12 softball championships, the quarterfinals. Top of the third, Central Florida 7 seed leading number 2 seed Arizona 3-0. 3-0 in Oklahoma City. Let's talk some Pima Athletics. The track and field teams went up to Mesa last week and absolutely killed it. Region champions on both the men's and the women's side. And one of the top performers for the ladies was a young lady by the name of Morgan Pepe. Morgan, am I pronouncing your name right?
It's actually Pape, but honestly, we live in the Southwest, so I'll go by anything.
Now, you said Pape?
Yeah, like paper.
Okay, Morgan Pape. She is 2-time Region 1 pole vault champion, a repeat performance out of Ironwood Ridge High School. First of all, Morgan, congratulations. I appreciate you taking time to join us. I always, when I talk to pole vaulters, want to find out how you found this particular sport, because I don't really do well with heights, and I think the last thing I ever would want to do is try to throw myself up into the air on a pole. But how did you get into pole vaulting?
I used to do gymnastics. So I was in gymnastics since I was 4. Took some breaks and gaps in between there. But my senior year of high school, I was getting injured, just having some mental blocks, and I just decided I was done. I was ready to leave the sport. So I quit that in about October of my senior year. But going from having, 25 hours a week of practice to nothing, I just couldn't deal with that change. I had a couple friends on the track team, and I'd always seen it as a sport that I knew transitioned well from gymnastics. A lot of my gymnast friends, they either went cheerleading, diving, or pole vault. So I was like, why not try it? The season was at the perfect time. I just quit. I could hop in for preseason and then compete the full season. And so I had a friend. There's a local club here in Tucson called Pole Pilots. It's run by Jen Croissant and Roy Willits. It's downtown by the U of A. They run a program for high schoolers, college students, all comers. And I knew some people who attended that. So I went ahead and jumped in with them. First day, I already loved it. I was obsessed. I mean, I always say it's the closest I can get to gymnastics without actually doing gymnastics. So
then let me understand if I understand this. So you literally have probably been only doing this for less than 3 years?
Yeah, this will be my third. Well, I guess I'm closing out my third season of it.
Wow. So this is not something that you've been doing for a long period of time, and you've already gotten to this point to where you're able, even on the junior college level, to win championships. walk me through a little bit more how the gymnastics background transitioned into being able to advance so quickly in a sport like pole vault.
Absolutely. So, I mean, most people know in gymnastics there's 4 apparatus. There's vault, bars, beam, floor. They call it pole vault, and the apparatus in gymnastics is vault. They're very similar and so easily translatable. I mean, nothing can really prepare you for running in a solid object, as fast as you can, ready to do a flip in the air, but gymnastics, but doing that vault. So that really translated well for me. I mean, just also having that body coordination, being in touch with, mind-body connection, awareness, air awareness was all super important. And that's something that a lot of pole vaulters work years on. But coming from gymnastics, I mean, I didn't have the exact technique. In fact, there are a lot of things that have to change that are different between the two sports. But I think just having that awareness and that overall lack of fear, I would say, just sprinting at a stationary object really set me up for success there.
Morgan Pape is joining us. Pima Track and Field. She's a 2-time Region 1 champion in the pole vault, owns the indoor and outdoor records. Indoor at 3.8 meters, that's 12 feet and 5.5 inches. Outdoors at 3.82 meters, that's 12 feet, 6.25 inches. All right, Megan, so when you started doing this, how many times did it take before you actually went over the bar without knocking it over? How many did you count, the number of times that it took to do it, and you finally got to that one time when you went over, the bar stayed up there, and you're thinking okay, I can do this?
I mean, I don't have enough fingers to count how many times it was. I mean, in practice, we're just, you vault, and the goal, I guess, is to make mistakes. So we're always, hitting bars, and we put a bungee up there to, simulate the bar. We're always knocking that down. We're always taking run-throughs, time after time. I guess the first time I really cleared a bar and made it was at my first competition. We went out to Tucson High, and I was with Ironwood Ridge High School. And, I mean, it was incredible. I went over, and I was like, wow, maybe this is something I can actually do.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It happened in high school, and you were able to in that first year. So you only actually did it in high school for 1 year, and now you've done it in college for 2 years. Those are the 3 years, correct?
Yeah.
So what were the opportunities like to go to college having only done it for 1 year?
It was definitely interesting. I mean, obviously they try and start recruiting in your junior year. So it was interesting to kind of shift my focus, especially, track is a late season sport. So people already have made their decisions. They already have their scholarships taken. Luckily enough, I'd heard great things about the Pima team and Pima Athletics in general. And I had a few friends who were attending already. So I started to kind of consider it. And then my coach, Huey Salazar, he attends the pole vault sessions at that club. At Pima, we go to that club twice a week still, that Pole Pilots Club. And he kind of scouted me from there. He saw me, trying my best, failing, and God bless him, he took a chance. And he, told me what we were about. He told me about Coach Chad Harrison, that's the head coach here, and essentially said that there was a spot for me if I'd like it. And I figured, I'm from Arizona, and what better way to get to do my newfound love and also get to do school at the same time. So I definitely just took a jump on it. I mean, there were some other schools and some other offers, but you really can't beat, the JUCO to an on transition. It's really hard to beat that.
Morgan Pape joining us, Pima Aztecs Track and Field pole vaulter, 2-time region championships. You mentioned Coach Chad Harrison, and you said in your bio that he's the most influential person in your track career. What has he done to put himself in that position to be the most influential person that you've come across in track?
Definitely. I mean, he is many things, but definitely above all, he is honest. And that's something I really value in a track coach. not to say I haven't had other influential coaches, but definitely to like inspire that love of track. He just has this like raw honesty where he'll tell you exactly how it is. And that's just something I really resonate with and connect with. You know, if you're having a bad day and your jumps aren't looking good or you don't have the energy to push yourself, he'll just have that real conversation with you and say, you know, pick yourself up, let's go, like get yourself together essentially. And then, you know, he rolls with the punches. He takes things on the chin. Like, I think he's just a great person and a great coach, and definitely a role model for me as I've been here. I knew nothing about track when I first came in. I feel like I've learned a lot, and genuinely he puts his athletes first, which is something so admirable and incredible.
So then what's next? Is there an opportunity to go and compete at a higher level?
Yeah, so I've been talking to a couple schools, actually verbally committed to Kennesaw State.
Oh, wow.
It's a school out in Georgia.
Yeah.
So not signed yet, but verbally committed. Yeah, so I get to keep doing what I love for another couple of years.
That is awesome. Kennesaw State, good school down there. And I have to ask you about this one other thing in your bio. Your career aspiration is to be a stay-at-home trophy wife.
To be honest, I didn't think that these were actually going to be going up into our bios. So Ray, he does all our media, Ray Torres.
My
and
guy
I was
Ray.
kind of joking around. Yeah, I was joking around and throwing some ideas out there. And I thought that would be funny. And to my surprise, all of my answers actually popped up on the Pima page the next day. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind being a stay-at-home trophy wife, but...
So in case that doesn't work out, what are you studying to pretend if you have to go out and actually get a real job?
If I have to, I'm heading towards marketing. I love science, but it was never really my thing in school. So I decided, like, business world, you can really do whatever you want with it. You know, you can open a business, you can do all kinds of things. It's just such a broad category. And then I think once I head over to Kennesaw, I'm going to narrow that down to marketing, really deal with like the creative aspect of things, possibly dabble, maybe some graphic design. I mean, who really knows?
And next week is Nationals. What's the field look like there for you in terms of a chance to maybe get on the podium?
It's looking pretty good. I believe, I don't normally look at the rankings, but I believe right now, I believe in the top 3 for now. Last Nationals, I ended up going 3rd, so I'm hoping for something, if not better. I don't go out there with any other goal than to just have fun and take some good jumps. I mean, the numbers matter to the judges and to the officials and all that such, but honestly, to me, I would rather just take some good jumps, have good form, you know, make some improvements, and then I'll be happy out there.
There you go. Well, best of luck, Morgan. Looking forward to seeing what you can do next week over in Hutchinson, Kansas. Hopefully, maybe bringing back a national championship. That would be a great way to put a cap on your time at Pima College.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Morgan Pape, Pima College pole vaulter, 2-time region champion, holds the indoor and the outdoor pole vault records for the Aztecs track program out of Ironwood Ridge High School. Dragon Ball is going to tell you everything happening in sports here in Southern Arizona as well as around the world.
Well, we've been mentioning it quite a bit, but a big congratulations goes out to Devin Netz. She was officially announced as this year's Big 12 Player of the Year. Netz has come and become the 8th Arizona Wildcat to win Player of the Year honors in their conference after her dominant year both on the mound and at the plate. after she's batted for over 340 this year, and 20 victories with over 100 strikeouts on the year. Congratulations to the fifth-year senior. After dropping the series finale against the Mets, the Diamondbacks start their next series tonight against the Dodgers at 6:40. A big challenge ahead of them as they hope to go an inch a little bit closer to the top half of the division, currently sitting 6 games back of LA and now 4.5 back of the Giants in third place there in the NL West. And the Thunder went ahead and made the Nuggets pay for that dagger in Game 1 with their Game 2 blowout. But the Knicks managed to make the sequel of their series opener against the Celtics just as dramatic as the opening act.
Tatum maneuvering. Oh, the ball knocked away. Another great defensive play for the Knicks. They've got it. They've won it. New York has gone up 2 games to none.
Can you tell that the man is a little bit of a New Yorker there? New York now sits at 2-0 in the series against the defending world champion Celtics. The series now set to go ahead and open to a loud crowd in Madison Square Garden on Saturday. And I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 Sports Update here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Westbound I-10 west of Ruthroff with a collision that occurred there. Westbound I-10 backups west of Ruthroff to beyond Miracle Mile. Other collisions, Oracle north of McGee slowing on Oracle near McGee, and also Drexel west of Country Club. And for your weather, 65 the low, sunny 96 tomorrow and 88 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Arizona Lottery.
When you play the Arizona Lottery, there's always a chance you'll win big. But there's also a guarantee that you'll be giving back to the community. There's joy in it all. Love the play with scratchers, draw games, and more from the Arizona Lottery.
Your home for U of A football.
Nobody will catch him. Touchdown, Arizona.
Men's basketball.
Midcourt. Shot is up. Good.
And baseball.
Here comes the winning run. And the Cats have won it.
Wildcats Radio 1290.
So hot. Hi, can I help you?
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought, this AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks,
"How's your French going?"
you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilders.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
My heat and air work in a state of disrepair.
I don't have to tell you it's hot. Hi, this is Ron from Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Make sure your home is cool and comfortable all summer long. Routine maintenance can often prevent major breakdowns. Call us before the first sign of trouble. Call today, 520-492-0748 or picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing.
Arizona baseball is on the hunt for a Big 12 championship.
Up the middle, that'll go through for a base hit. White scores, Guzman around third. He is headed home.
Catch all the action with Brian Jeffries right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station, your home for the National Football League, starting with the Hall of Fame game through the regular season into the playoffs and ending in the Super Bowl. Wildcats Radio, 1290.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 2 of our show. Appreciate the opportunity to chat with Morgan Pape from Pima Track and Field. She is number 2 currently in all of junior college in the pole vault on the women's side. Sofia do Amaral Salvi from Vincennes Junior College in Indiana is number 1 at 12 feet 7.5 inches. And then Morgan Pape is second at 12 feet 6 inches. And I do believe that that is the number in which she has set the outdoor record for the Pima Aztecs, which is that 12 feet 6 inches. So pretty impressive young lady. That's insane to me, Dragon Ball, that she's only been doing the sport for 3 years, and she's already one of the best in junior college at it.
Well, not only that, I mean, to be doing it for that short a period of time and being successful at anything is difficult. Athletics is a whole nother aspect to it. But the other part of it is, again, she's putting all of her faith in a stick to be able to get her over the thing. That's the biggest thing for me personally. Is pole vaulting terrifies me because I'm already scared of heights. I'm more terrified at the idea of me putting myself up to the height that's going to potentially have me going all the way down.
Yeah, I don't.
There's a sense of bravery in her that I do not have.
Well, and it makes sense. I mean, somebody that's has done it before in terms of gymnastics, the vault. I mean, I don't think you're not as high as you are when you're vaulting in gymnastics as you are going up on that pole, but you're still way up in the air doing spins and turns and that kind of thing. So if you can handle that, I'm sure you can handle going up another 5 or 6 feet.
Oh yeah,
on a pole.
I think for sure. Of all of those events, though, that has got to be the one for me that has always been the most nerve-wracking. The only one that's probably close to it for me is maybe the high jump, and that's only because I'm not confident I would not land on my neck going over the bar.
Yeah, I mean, pole vault to me is, in terms of just like the sheer being up in the air, it makes me nervous like cheerleading when I see cheerleaders up on, up high in the air. That I get that same type of nervousness when I watch pole vaulting. For sure.
Now,
but shout out to Morgan Pep.
Have you ever had the fear or the concern when thinking about pole vaulting about, I really hope that the stick falls the other way and doesn't try to follow me going towards the landing spot?
Yeah,
that's the other really scary part.
You don't want to impale yourself on the pole, that's for sure. That's absolutely. That's why they kind of throw it. They get up there and then they kind of push it away.
It's like in
gymnastics.
So it
goes the other direction.
It's like in gymnastics. Whenever I see when they're trying to do the jump over the over the beam and they're jumping off of the trampoline that's right in front of it, I always get worried like if a spring just snaps and instead I don't jump over the beam, I go into the beam. I take the beam straight to the chest because the thing didn't want to work for me.
Let's give you an update on Arizona softball. They have scored in Oklahoma City, a triple, I believe, by Regan Shockey, and then she scored on an infield ground ball. It is now 3-1. Devin Netz is at the plate. Let's join Derek Palmer on Arizona Sports Enterprises and get you a little bit of what's happening right now in Oklahoma City. Devin Netz up with one on with a chance to tie the game.
No outs here. First two runners get on, doubling the number of base runners that the Wildcats had over the first third of the ball game. We're in the bottom of the fourth, and now Arizona trails just 3-1. And asking for time, Sydney Stewart. She's got the sliding glove on her left hand. I don't know which piece of equipment she may or may not have wanted, but in any event, she's over there at first as the first pitch since the timeout is going to again bend off the plate outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cats had been doing so much to make Vega work so hard over the first 3 innings. 50 pitches required to navigate through that, but much more aggressive here in the fourth as this one's off the handle and again drifting into no man's land, but going to allow Ray to get underneath that one. As she was able to hustle underneath it, it looked as if it might have been a duplicate of what had happened in the second inning when Netz led off with a base hit. Instead, she pops out relatively harmlessly to left field. Staying at first is Stewart, and here's Altmaier. Altmaier so often hitting after first two batters in the lineup that are frequently on base. And now just moving down a little bit, but the same sort of situation where you got Stewart and Netz who are so often moving it around the base paths. So that first pitch was looking for the top corner of the plate, but misses wide. 1 ball and no strikes after the first out is recorded. It started with a triple from Shockey. She came in and scored on an error as Altmaier tries to drop a bunt down. Humphrey's given her an awful lot of acreage to work with down the third baseline, but instead it's going to come off the end of the bat and go foul. Quick conversation between Vega and Humphreys. I'm not sure what that might have been about, because there's, as deep as Humphreys was playing, it was going to be difficult for either of them to get on that one. Now this one coming inside, backing Kaya off the plate a little bit. 2 balls and 1 strike. There's again some more conversation between all of these different UCF infielders. Have watched now their 3-0 lead become 3-1. The Wildcats still in business with Stewart over at first. Altmaier hitting now .359 after she popped out to center following Netz's leadoff hit. There's some more of those cacophonous foul balls. Squares the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Altmaier back in there, back foot on the back line as this one off the plate outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 runner on, 1 run across. Stoddard, who got the start in the circle and allowed 2 runs in the second inning before giving way to Netz. Again, looking for an opportunity as she had in the second. The payoff pitch is swung on and missed. Third strikeout for Vega. 2 away after the first 2 Wildcats got on. And here's Stoddard. So it started off with so much fanfare as the first pitch to Stoddard is low. But the next 3 hitters, and again a tribute to Vega, have just not been able to barrel much up. Stewart got the run home, but hers was kind of a half swing. Netz's pop out was very, very, very gently hit as that one fouled back to make it a ball and a strike. Then Altmaier looked like she recognized the pitch, but again, a tribute to Vega, much as she had shut down Kennedy in the third inning. Just caught her chasing. That sets it up here for Stoddard. Is that one just on the inside corner for strike 1? Again, perplexities being shared between both batter and catcher. It seems as if Stoddard thought that was inside, and I think Damon might have agreed. Instead, advantage UCF is a 1-ball, 2-strike count is on the way to Stoddard, and she chases one downstairs after allowing the first 2 runners to get on. Vega responds by getting the next 3 out, including 2 strikeouts.
All right, so the Wildcats threaten. They get a run, but they leave a runner on base with their power hitters at the plate. Devin Netz, Kaya Altmaier, and Miranda Stoddard not able to push that second run across. They have played 4 innings now in Oklahoma City. Number 7 seed Central Florida leads the Wildcats by a score of 1-0. You were listening to live coverage with Derek Palmer. You can listen to that game right now on Freedom 1400. Freedom 1400. Head on over to that dial right now. We've got Arizona softball. And if the ladies survive and can rally to win today, we'll have another game coming up for you tomorrow at 3:30. If they do not rally to survive, they'll come home and await their NCAA tournament selection, which will be on Sunday. 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We are joined by the third member of our program. It is Cricket. Cricket, good afternoon.
Hello.
To you. Okay, I want to go back to this. We were talking earlier in the week about hiking.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Dragon Ball, you weren't here. I went hiking over the weekend, which is
He's
not
still talking about it.
Not something exactly. It's something I never do. So I got to keep talking about it. So I think we went about 4 miles, because I think we went like 2 miles out and then came 2 miles back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, some of that was up because we did go up that one Blackett's trail, which was up into this. So I think we were probably like 1,300 feet up in the air. So then my wife's friend, Lori, she posted on Facebook that her and her husband went 9 miles.
Oh,
They
no.
went on a 9-mile hike.
You've got the competitive couples out here, man.
And DK's competitive, so it's on. Guess who's hiking this weekend? Guess who's practicing?
Best of luck,
Well,
man.
so my wife's like, she's like, I'm getting up. I want to get up early on Sunday and do that hike again. And I asked her, I was like, are you going to go all the way to the top this time? And she's like, I don't know. I was like, we'll see how it works out. But then I saw her friend went 9. And I haven't had this conversation with my wife because I don't know if she saw that post. She probably did. I'm thinking 9 miles, like that's that. And they went like, I don't think they did the same thing we did, but they were out in Sabino Canyon somewhere. I'm thinking 9. That's like, that's like all day? I would think that you would have. What's the longest? You said you've been some hiking. What's the longest you've ever gone?
Well, I don't want to call it hiking per se. I'm sure when I was younger, longer, but like my ghetto urban adventures they could be up to 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Have you ever done Tumamoc? Are you a Tumamoc person?
I've never been out there. For that hike.
That's
that hike.
Yeah. No. How about you, Dragon Ball? Have you ever done Tumamoc? My wife did that. Yes, she did Tumamoc last night.
You're talking to a man who is dating a former member of the National Park Ranger Committee.
Oh,
so
cool. Is that right?
That's what she went to school for. She was a National Forestry major. I've done a little bit of hiking. I have chosen not to go ahead and count it by the number of miles I have stepped. I choose to count it by the number of hours I have complained about being there.
Or your survival rate.
My survival rate.
Yeah.
So far, it's 100% on that. But I will take 100% survival rate. No, there's a lot of trails I need apparently to go to. I have been told I need to do these.
There's like an app.
The woman who wants to do that.
Oh, okay.
She wants to. I need to. Because I need to be there with her. That's the whole thing.
Did you know there's an app? There's an app called All Trails, to where you can just download it. And I guess it tells you all the trails in the area and how to get there and navigate them and all that, which was kind of funny because we ran into these people on the trail who were they had totally blown past where they were supposed to go to get to the trail. They were trying to get the Seven Falls hike, I guess. I guess they were trying to get there, and they had gone way past. They completely missed the sign because it wasn't like they have signs out there that tell you where you want to go, but then there was this separate sign that was like a pole that had Seven Falls kind of down, and so I saw it when we were going up there, but apparently they didn't see it. That they were supposed to go to the right, they went to the left, and they were way up by where we were, and they're asking us do you know where this is? I'm like, dude, this is the first time I've ever been up here.
See, I've watched Jurassic Park enough to know you can't trust the signs on the road as you're going through in the jungles and whatnot. And the other part of it, too, is that the whole thing is if you're going to a trail, it means you are missing the trail.
Right.
You are going to miss it because you're just going to
brilliant.
keep walking. See, that's the thing about the signs. They can't be put on top of like a tree or a board or a post. They need to be on the ground because you're mostly watching where your foot is because you don't want to step on a very loose rock or a very agitated animal that doesn't know why somebody decided to walk into their neighborhood that day.
Exactly.
Truth.
Good
Good advice.
What's your most challenging urban adventure? That
Just anywhere near Grant and Alvernon.
Yes.
It's the road work. Like
Always.
you can't walk down, because there's no
Oh,
space
and
for
now-
pedestrians.
And now fifth is a mess, all the way from about
Like Country Club
down to
like at
Swan.
least Alvernon. Oh, it's even further than I thought.
No, I think it's maybe Alvernon. Yeah, I was driving. I was like, well, I drove down there because I went to my mom's the other night. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are they doing here? Maybe
mess?
they're finally fixing the road. Finally.
We can.
Thanks, Rahina. Thanks for finally fixing that road because it's one of the worst roads in the city.
It's bad
for sure.
Real
All right,
bad.
Cricket getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
And from the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions reported Irvington and Campbell. Campbell and Irvington, we've got Drexel west of Country Club and Oracle to the north of McGee. Some slowing for traffic on Oracle near McGee. Also some slowing on the westbound side of I-10, slow between west of Ruth Ruff back to Miracle Mile. 65, the overnight low, 96, sunny tomorrow, and 88 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. At Cool Willie's Air, they'll help with any of your air conditioning needs, always keeping you cool. Trust the big guy. Contact Tucson's most respected air conditioning experts at coolwillies.com, where they are big enough to help and small enough to care. That's coolwillies.com. coolwillies.com.
It's the $10,000 quiz show. Okay, contestants, these are things that save you money. Ready? Here we go. It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products.
Tobacco Barn.
You pay no city or state sales tax because they're on
the Indian Reservation.
And save up to another $3 off with a coupon at
TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Excellent. Now for the big savings. At Tobacco Barn, you'll save up to
40% off.
And because they're on the reservation, you pay no
city or state sales tax.
And at TobaccoBarnTucson.com, you get
a coupon up to $3 off.
What you are if you waste your money shopping somewhere else.
Crazy?
Nuts.
Stupid?
A few tacos short of a combo plate.
Wow! Tobacco Barn, Tucson's most watched savings show. Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check your local listings or TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Yeah, Goodfellas AC.
Hi, can I get a second opinion from you guys on something?
Of course. It's what we're here for.
So, my wife's brother claimed he'd done some AC repair before.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and now there's kind of a rope and pulley situation that opens the freezer door and a fan inside turns on to cool off the house.
Huh, very creative.
Really?
No, not at all. Next time, call us first, yeah?
Yeah.
Call Goodfellas AC for free estimates and second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUTS to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Honey, we should probably take something to the Johnsons.
Oh, great idea. Kim loves fresh flowers.
Perfect. Okay, let's see who's open.
Hi there. We've got gorgeous bouquets ready to go. 0.3 miles from your house.
All these shops are way too far. We're going to be late.
Hello?
I got nothing. I guess we'll have to go get grocery store flowers.
Can he seriously not see us?
No, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local florists. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost. Get found. Get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
Hey, it's David Kelly, DK on the Sports Tip. Don't forget to download the Wildcats Radio 1290 app. It slaps. We've got full coverage of the Wildcats, the Suns, the Cardinals, the Diamondbacks, Pima College. Download the Wildcats Radio 1290 app today.
I'm Omar Reese with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Steelers made headlines Wednesday, trading wide receiver George Pickens to the Cowboys. Dallas also receiving a 2027 6th-round pick, while Pittsburgh gets a 2026 3rd-rounder and a 2027 5th-rounder, all according to NFL Network insiders Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. Pickens is entering his 4th season and is the only player over the past 3 seasons with 50-plus receptions, 800-plus receiving yards, and an average of 15-plus yards per catch. Meantime, the reigning Super Bowl champion Eagles have agreed to a rework contract with tight end Dallas Goedert per NFL Network insider Mike Garofolo. Goedert is now locked in through the 2025 season. And the Rams are headed to Hawaii. The team announcing it'll hold its June minicamp in Maui, dubbing it the Maui Camp. The event aims to connect with fans and raise funds following the devastating wildfires that struck the island in 2023. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month, with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Lowe's knows a thriving yard starts with quality care. Right now, get Miracle-Gro 3/4 cubic foot all-purpose garden soil for just $2. Was $4.58. Plus, get a free Select Ego 56-volt trimmer or blower with the purchase of a Select Ego 56-volt mower. The best yard starts with the best deals. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/14. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Prostate cancer screening is a simple blood test. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. Men, it's your life. It's a simple blood test. Get it done. That's why it's so important to talk to your doctor about getting tested. If you want info on how to take action, the Prostate Cancer Foundation is here to help. Go to pcf.org to learn more about prostate cancer and how you can advocate for yourself. Remember, it's your life, and it's a simple blood test. Get it done.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is then I'm going to get in on the program. We want to get you back out to Oklahoma City for another live listen-in. Wildcats have put on another run in the 5th inning. They trail 3-2, 2 outs, runner at second. Reagan Shockey at the plate for Arizona. Let's hear from Derek Palmer.
Taking a look at that 0-1 pitch. I guess it might have looped in just a little bit over the belt. Shockey, after the Cats have scored one in the fourth and the fifth, trying to extend now with 2 outs. Got the tying run over at second, and a 1-2 pitch on the way from Vega. Off the very end of the bat, she sends it toward the circle, and not in time with the speedy Shockey as she is able to hit her way aboard for the second time. Tough play there for Vega, as you can only imagine how the ball was spinning as it approached the chalk line. So the Cats have runners at the corners, and here's Stewart, and this might be it for Vega. Again, taking a look at a replay that we're getting about a full minute afterwards. That was off the very end of the bat, and Shockey, after she made contact, just almost like tried to place it right there as she connected with it, and then it just seemed like she dropped the bat and just guided it toward where it was going to be a tough play with Vega moving to the right, and was not able to get it in time to get Shockey, who's got such excellent speed, out at first. The Wildcats now have the tying run 60 feet away, but there's 2 outs. Runners at the corners. The Cats already 1 run across, and here's Sydney Stewart. This one began with Jenna Sniffen getting hit by a pitch. The first pitch to Stewart misses high. That was pitch number 87 for Vega. 192 over the last 2 days for the redshirt freshman. That's pitches. It's the 1-0 to Stewart. Bounces and then hits her, and that's actually fortunate for UCF because otherwise that was going to allow Escobar to score. The bases will be loaded for Nets. Send Shockey to second. Second hit batter here as Vega looks like she's laboring. Devin with the bases full of Wildcats hits .333. Hits .300 when there's 2 outs. The Conference Player of the Year, has 17 home runs, 58 RBIs. She's been called on in relief as the Shadow has now made it to the third baseline. And the Wildcats looking to tie or take the lead with 2 out here in the fifth. They're trailing 3-2. The first pitch at the bottom of the zone on the outside corner for strike 1. Big Dev did not want any part of that on the first offering. She does have a base hit, but she's yet to square anything up. She started the second inning dumping a base hit into left field. She popped out to left. As now she swings and sends this one into right field. It's going to score 1. Shockey's being waved around. The throw is coming into the plate, be cut off. The Wildcats have the lead, 4-3. Nets with the 2-out base hit to left allows Stewart to get to third, and they're still in business. 2-run, 2-out base hit for the Player of the Year.
Devin Nets, y'all.
And the Cats now looking for more.
Devin Nets coming through for Arizona.
What a
with
great
2 outs and the bases loaded. Going Oppo Taco for a 2-run single. Arizona has scored 3 runs in the fifth to take a 5-4 lead over the Central Florida Knights. They are going to make a pitching change. It appears 4-3, I should say, not 5-4. 4-3 is the score now. Arizona on top with 2 outs in the fifth inning. We will go back maybe a little bit later out to Oklahoma City. It is the quarterfinal round of the Big 12 softball tournament. The ladies trying to advance to the semifinals. Trailed this game 3-0, but a run in the fourth and now 3 runs in the fifth. And Arizona has come from behind to take the lead. Devin Nets doing what Players of the Year do, and that is getting a huge base hit for Arizona. Speaking of softball, we'll get this in here since we have a few minutes. Last night, we talked about it on the show yesterday, huge high school softball game last night out at Empire High School. Number 1 Empire, number 8 seed Sabino. It is by far one of the best softball rivalries here in Southern Arizona. These two teams seem to find each other in the postseason every year. I talked about the 2021 game that went 15 innings, that Sabino won 1-0 on the way to, I believe that was the third of their 3 straight, or maybe the second of their 3 straight state titles that the SaberCats won. Riley Nelson that night struck out 26 batters in 15 innings. Well, last night, the Empire Ravens. Now, Empire won the state championship last year in 3-8. They beat Sabino last night 6-0 was the final score in that ball game. And it was the pitcher for Empire, Kendall Fradinger, who struck out 14 batters last night in twirling a 5-hit complete game shutout. Let's hear from Kendall after she pitched her Empire Ravens into the semifinal round of the Conference 3A state tournament.
I'm just super excited, super emotional. Like, we went out here knowing that it was going to be a super good game, and that's exactly what we got. Sabino's such a good team, and I think that it set us up really well for the Tanque Verde game this Friday. So I'm just super excited just to have another game with all my girls.
So what was going through your mind during that big play today?
It was just, I know that they're a good offensive team. We saw that when we played them the first time in the last 4 years. So it was definitely very nerve-wracking, and I had a lot of thoughts going through my brain. But just every inning, me and Abby were in there talking. We're like, these are the batters coming up. These are the pitches we need to throw. And so we just went in and got it done.
And then also, what do you think your team did really well today?
I think we did really good on the short game and adjusting the pitching. I feel like the last time that we played them, we didn't really make adjustments to how she was pitching and where she was pitching. And then this time we got one bunt down, and then we just took full advantage of that and just kept going. And also the energy was just so high the entire game. It was like the first inning just over and over and over again.
Yeah. So can you walk me through your best moment in the game? What was the best moment?
Probably just that last out, just that last pitch. I just let it go, and I was like, yep, that was, and then fielded it through to first, and I was like, that was it. And it was just finally all the stress kind of came down, and then it was just happy and not stressful.
Great. So what was the key to staying focused and finish stronger?
So my coaches obviously are in there encouraging me just the entire time, and Brittany's in there giving me okay, these are the batters coming up, then working with my catcher Abby, and then just all the girls are so supportive, and they keep it very lighthearted and fun in there. So it's it's stressful, but I also go in there and I have a really good time before I have to go back out.
Yeah, about the girls, so how did your teammate help you stay motivated?
They're so fun, and they're my biggest fans. Every time I go in the dugout, it's 20 high fives from every single girl, all the coaches, and they're all in there getting excited. And then just all the hype, even with the bunts, you thought every girl hit a home run. It was just super fun in the dugout and on the field. They're constantly coming to the circle and just words of encouragement.
Yeah.
They're just so great.
So what are you looking forward to in the next game? What do you expect for the next game?
I know that Tanque Verde is going to be a tough game. That was our only loss this season. So I'm just super excited to play them, and we kind of have an idea of what we're going into now. And I just really want to go out there and put up a good game and just do our best.
Kendall Fradinger, senior pitcher for the Empire Ravens softball team, 14 strikeouts last night in 7 innings as the Ravens beat Sabino 6-0 to advance to the state semifinals, where you heard Kendall say they will face Tanque Verde. Tanque Verde, in the last 44 games that Empire has played, they have lost one time. One time in the last 44 games. It was on April 21st to Tanque Verde. They will get another shot at the Hawks on Friday night. That game has been moved. It was originally scheduled for the Papaco Sports Complex up in Phoenix, but as often happens when you have two Southern Arizona teams playing, they have moved that game back down here to Amphi High School. So we're going back to Amphi Friday night for another state semifinal, much like we did 4 years ago when Empire and Sabino played to a 1-0 thriller. Maybe we'll get the same thing this Friday night from Empire and Tanque Verde. Tanque Verde, the new team on the block in this 3A championship conversation. There'll be one team from Southern Arizona playing for the championship Monday night at Farrington Stadium in Tempe. Will it be Tanque Verde, or will it be the defending champions from Empire? Appreciate Priscilla Mugwa getting out there and chatting with Kendall Fradinger last night. 520-848-1290. Much more straight ahead. BetMGM Network top play coming up for you. Diamondbacks download. Central Florida got out of the 5th inning. We're playing the top of the 6th now in Oklahoma City. Devin Netz holding a 1-run lead for the Arizona softball team in the quarterfinals of the Big 12 softball tournament. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s right now with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. River and Oracle and River Road, new collision reported. Earlier wreck at Campbell and Irvington and Campbell. The westbound side of I-10. We've got some slowdowns westbound side of I-10. Busiest slow areas west of Ruthrop back to Miracle Mile, and some lighter slowing on westbound I-10 Miracle Mile back to Speedway. We've got 65, the overnight low, 96, sunny tomorrow, and 88 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. At Cool Willie's Plumbing, they'll help you with drain cleaning, water treatment, sewer repairs, and replacements. Trust the big guy. Contact Tucson's most respected plumbing experts at CoolWillies.com, where they are big enough to help and small enough to care. That's CoolWillies.com. CoolWillies.com.
You wanted to see me, Ron?
Yeah, see that woman sitting there? When did we hire her?
Oh, we didn't hire her. It's Take Your Mom to Work Day.
I've never heard of that.
Saw it on the internet.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys. It's neat that Gary has a mom and all, but shouldn't we be talking about Alaskifications?
That's why I brought Mom in.
I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but she can't promise a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't promise lower energy bills the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't make sure people's air conditioner lasts longer than average, the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope. But she sings.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaskification, it will always blow strong.
Wow.
Double wow.
Thanks, Mom.
Anything for the president of the company. How long have you two boys worked for Gary?
Gary!
Hey, gotta go. Promise to take Mom to lunch. Bye.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaskification, it will always blow strong.
Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
My best friend died suddenly, and now his wife and kids have to move out of their house. I had no idea he didn't have life insurance. If I could go back, I'd tell him how easy and affordable protecting your family can be with SelectQuote. In 15 minutes, a licensed insurance agent found me a $500,000 life insurance policy for only $18 a month. They compare many of the nation's most highly rated insurance carriers to find the right coverage and price for your needs. In the last 40 years, they've helped more than 2 million families secure over $700 billion in coverage. Even if you have a health concern, SelectQuote agents can find you the right policy at the lowest price. Don't wait until it's too late. Get peace of mind that your loved ones are protected with life insurance.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-480-5454 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-480-5454. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-480-5454. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Inspired by Tucson and Latin lifestyle and culture, Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina is like nothing else in Tucson. Come experience this vibrant restaurant and cantina, Tuesday through Sunday. Dine on unique and savory dishes influenced by multiple Spanish and Latin countries, brought fresh to your table with food and drink specials every day. Happy hour Tuesday through Friday with $5 Tito's Tequila and Tacos. Live music Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Bring your group large or small, and bienvenidos a Tesoro. Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina at the northeast corner of Oracle and Wetmore, next door to Tucson Mall. TesoroTucson.com.
And this Friday, we have a sweet deal for you from Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina. You can get a $50 gift certificate for just $25. And this sweet deal will go on sale this Friday morning at 8:30 at WildcatsRadio1290.com.
It's DK on the sports tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Doing a lot of around the house work. New tub. We had to break up the concrete, reset the pipe.
You're going to start your own show?
Not a chance. I'm not a big HGTV guy.
How much of that work are you doing yourself?
The stripping was kind of my job. I ended up taking the
stripping?
I took
You're
out the
stripping?
linoleum. I stripped out the
Am
linoleum.
I not paying you enough money that you got to strip for a living? DK on the sports tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
This is Zach Gelb with the Sports Minute. Here are my top 5 NFL wide receiver duos entering the 2025 season. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle of the Dolphins come in at 5. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin of the Buccaneers come in at 4. We then see Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams of the LA Rams take home the 3rd spot, with the 2nd spot being occupied by the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, who feature A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and then at the number 1 spot being the preeminent wide receiving duo in the NFL, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins of the Bengals. I'm Zach Gelb.
It's Clean Car Month. Right now, get the Pro X1 Car Care Collection Wash Kit for just $19.99, exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
The stutter step, the jab. Bridges dribbled off his foot.
And here's the problem with no Cat and no Brunson in the game from the Knicks.
Pritchard, 3. His second.
Now, that was the good news for the Celtics last night. It got a whole lot bad after that, as Boston fell to the New York Knicks in Game 2, 91-90. And now your top 2 seeds in the East are both in 0-2 holes heading out onto the road. The Knicks win their first 2. There's only been one team that has won. There have been 7 games, because I think the 8th game is tonight. That is the second game of the series between the Warriors and Timberwolves. There have been 7 games, and the road teams have won 6 of those 7 games, as the OKC Thunder finally ended that string with a massive 40-plus point win over the Nuggets last night.
Well, they say it's not a series till someone wins on the road. In this case, I think every series is a series now.
That would be a dramatic understatement. I'm not happy about it at all as a Cavaliers fan. Time now for your BetMGM Network top plays, and we got that one right there. The good news is that the Celtics, even though they did not win, they did win the first half in this game last night, and we had the Celtics minus 6.5 in the first half over the Knicks, and Boston was up 50-41 at halftime. So we did win on that, despite the fact that the Celtics lost the game. Our other win, we had 2 wins last night. How about this one? We had you're not going to like this. You're going to really hate this, because it led to the firing of your manager today. We had the Cardinals yesterday minus 1.5 on the run line over the Pirates at plus 120, and that game was a 5-1 victory for St. Louis. So we won $15.48 on that game, and Derek Shelton is no longer the manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm actually kind of sad about that, because Derek Shelton's he's an old Tribe guy, and I really like Derek Shelton. So I'm a little disappointed that it didn't work out for him in Pittsburgh.
It was getting so bad, I was starting to miss Clint Hurdle. That's how bad it was getting there.
man.
That's
yeah.
bad.
That is bad if you're starting to miss Clint Hurdle.
I miss Clint Hurdle and his double bubble, whatever amount of gum he's got going.
So Derek Shelton fired, and cousin Don Kelly is now the manager, the interim manager of the Pittsburgh Pirates, who are, what are they? 12 and 26? Yeah. Ugh.
Pain.
10 games.
That's what it is.
10 games behind the Cubs in the National League Central Division. What's Paul Skeens doing? I haven't really been paying attention. Is he doing anything?
He's not being able to get bailed out by his bullpen right now.
He can only pitch every 5 days, and
he can only pitch every 5 days. He can't pitch beyond the 5th inning every single time he plays. It's going to end up looking like a Jacob deGrom situation.
All right, that's not good. Not good right now in Pittsburgh.
Not to mention Bailey Falter's actually not doing too bad as a lefty in that rotation.
Donnie Kelly, a longtime Pirate, he said today, or the GM said today, he bleeds black and gold. So hopefully Donnie Kelly is the guy that can maybe right the ship, at least, if not turn it around.
I don't care what color of blood he bleeds. I just care that he stops the current bleeding going on with the roster. That's all I care about.
Well, we got to get our guy Nick Gonzalez back in the lineup. That's for sure, and a whole lot more than that. All right, how about this? We've got our top play today is got an Arizona Wildcat flavor to it.
I'm Ryan Horvath, here to help you beat the books with the BetMGM Network. The Carolina Panthers drafted Tet McMillan with their first pick in the NFL draft, and I think he'll hit the ground running in his first year with Dave Canales calling plays and finding ways to get him open. Tet McMillan over 4.5 receiving touchdowns is -115. I'm Ryan Horvath. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Clearly, Ryan Horvath did not get the memo from Tetro McMillan's mom that his name is not Tet.
I was about to say, that's not what the name is supposed to be.
No, not at all. 4.5, over 4.5 touchdowns. I mean, again, we're not going to win a lot on that. And I'm not even sure that's on the board yet at the Desert Diamond Casino, but I absolutely would take over 4.5 touchdowns for Tetro McMillan. How many did Marvin Harrison Jr. have last year? I just want to look that up real quick for the Cardinals. I think he had I remember he had 2 in the game I went to on opening day. So
I was going to say, he ended up
having about 6 or 7.
He had 8 touchdowns last season, but it took him a minute to get that first one because I want to say, it was about 4 or 5 games?
No, it was the second game because I was there on opening day. He actually scored 4 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was 4 touchdowns in the first 4 weeks.
Because they blew out the Rams on the home opener. I was at that game. That was the best game of the season for the Cardinals offense. Him and Murray were just on point. But yeah, he had 2 touchdowns in that game. He had a touchdown a week later in the home loss to the Lions. He had a touchdown in the blowout loss to the Commanders, but then he only scored 4 more touchdowns over the last 13 games.
Right. Well, let's also recall how bad was the Panthers' passing offense last season.
It was not good.
It was not good. Your leading receiver was Adam Thielen at 615 yards.
Former Viking,
and also nearing his AARP card. I mean, guy's what now? He's going almost to be 30. He's got to be at least in his late 30s now.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's currently 34, so he's right up there. But again, you also have him he was also the leading touchdown getter for the Panthers with 5. So if that's the bet, hopefully Bryce Young has the second half of the season that he had rather than the first half.
All right, I mentioned I don't think the Tetro McMillan bet is on the board yet at the Desert Diamond Casino, so we're not officially going to put that on our list just yet, but they gave it today, so we'll keep an eye on that as we get closer to the season and see if we can get that one on the board. We have a couple more today. Well, really we have one more, and this is a game that's already started. We've got the Phillies on the money line over the Rays. Not a whole lot of money to win here at -150, but $8.64. It's a 1-1 game right now in the third inning between the Phillies and the Rays. So we got the Phillies on the money line. And I couldn't find this one on the board. They gave us this one as well, but I could not find this one on the board either at the Desert Diamond Casino, so we're not going to play this one. But with no Steph Curry tonight for the Warriors. Gary Payton Jr. over 7.5 points for the Warriors. You think Gary Payton Jr. can have a hand in the Warriors offense tonight?
Well, his hand's not broken anymore, is it? If his hand's not broken, yeah, he's going to have a hand in this. But nonetheless, it's going to be a Buddy Hield kind of game for the Warriors, I think.
Buddy.
They got to get Buddy, get some buckets. But I could definitely see Gary Payton at least getting to that.
Yes, I mean, 7.5, that's not much.
That's not much.
No.
I mean, even as a defensive first guard that they're putting out there, he's bound to get a couple of those in transition. So yeah, I'd say 7.5 is an easy win.
Well, again, he averages 6.5 points and 3 rebounds. And let's see, what's he done in the postseason here recently? 8 points in game number 1. He didn't 8 points in game 1, 5 in game 6 of Houston, 8 in game 5 against Houston. He had 16 points in game 3, it looks like, against the Rockets. So he's had one big game, but mostly under 10 points. We'll keep an eye on that one as well tonight. But again, that's not on the board. We don't have a line on that, an official line. They gave us 115. I guess that's what it is at the, I'm sorry, I don't think they gave us a line on that at the BetMGM. I'll see if I can find a line on that at BetMGM. If it is, we'll play it. If not, we'll just let that one slide tonight. Don't forget, sweet deal coming up Friday. Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina. Have you been there?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Okay, so Cricket absolutely raved about it. Yes, raved about the nachos yesterday.
Nachos are pretty good.
What have you had there?
The nachos are pretty good. I'm a very big fan of their tacos.
Really?
The tacos there are very good.
Okay. Corn or flour?
Oh, I'm always a flour guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a corn guy, for sure. I'm a corn guy. Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina. It's a $50 gift certificate for just $25. This is a sweet deal on sale Friday morning, 8:30 a.m. at Wildcats Radio, 1290.com. Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina is inspired by Tucson and Latin lifestyle and culture. Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina, like nothing you've ever found here in southern Arizona. It's located on the northeast corner of Oracle and Wetmore, literally right down the street from here in the CNWT, next to the Tucson Mall. Experience this vibrant restaurant and cantina Tuesday through Sunday. You can dine on unique and savory dishes influenced by multiple Spanish and Latin countries, brought fresh to your table. Food and drink specials every single day. Happy hour Tuesday to Friday. $5 Tito's Tequila and Tacos. I like that. Tito's Tequila and Tacos. I didn't even know Tito's made tequila. But, hey, sounds good to me. Live music Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. Again, a sweet deal. Tesoro Latin Kitchen and Cantina Friday morning at 8:30 a.m. over at Wildcats Radio, 1290.com. All right. It looks like Sydney Stewart just threw out a base runner at second base trying to steal, and then Devin Netz just shut the door. We didn't even have time to go back at it. The Arizona women's softball team, Arizona softball, has beaten Central Florida by a score of 4-3. They tried to steal a base on Sydney Stewart, and she said, I ain't having any of that. So Arizona is on to the semifinals of the Big 12 softball tournament. I don't know if they're doing post-game press conferences at this event or not. If they are, we'll try to maybe get you some post-game sound on the 5 o'clock hour. Right now, Dragon Ball is going to tell you everything that's going on in sports here in southern Arizona as well as around the world.
Well, as you heard right there, Arizona softball has come away on top, 4-3 over UCF in the Big 12 tournament. That one was a very strong comeback win for the Cats after they scored 3 in the 5th inning. And looking elsewhere around campus, reminder that men's baseball starts up their final home series of the year. Utah makes their way to the Juice Box at High Corbett, while positioning at the Big 12 tournament still on the line there for the Wildcats. And the Suns have found their next GM. Ben Brian Gregory, the former college coach, made it clear what his biggest step is now as he gets into the new job here with the franchise.
Obviously, my main focus right now is hiring the next head coach of the Phoenix Sun and hiring a great one. extensive process in that right now. I'm not going to give a timetable because I want to make sure that we get this right. This is very, very critical for us moving forward. Finding that head coach that is aligned, finding that head coach that has the attributes that are important to us.
The next coach for the Suns will be the fourth since new owner Matt Ishbia officially bought the franchise just a few years ago. Looking elsewhere around the world of sports, again in basketball, we're still waiting for the tip-off between the Warriors and Timberwolves in Game 2 of that series out in Minnesota at 5:30 Arizona time. In the NHL, we still have some Stanley Cup playoff games going on. The Hurricanes and Capitals tied at 0-0 at the end of the first period, and the Oilers looking to go ahead and take a 2-0 series lead over the Golden Knights, with that game having puck drop at about 6:30 Arizona time. And I'm Dragon Ball with your 2020 sports update here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Some slowing on the westbound side of I-10 between Ruthrup, El Camino del Cerro to Miracle Mile. Also some slowing from the northbound I-19 merge onto westbound I-10. Collisions at Irvington and Campbell, and also River Road and Oracle. The low overnight 65, sunny 96 tomorrow and 89 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about fun Mother's Day gifts, all for under $15? Get low prices every day on unique finds before they're gone. In-store only at Macy's Backstage today. Find a location near you at Macy'sBackstage.com. Off price, on trend, arriving daily.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Don't miss out on any of the action as the University of Arizona takes on the Big 12 Conference.
What again? Caleb Love now taking over the game.
You're listening to the flagship home of Arizona Wildcats Athletics. Wildcats Radio 1290.
You wanted to see me, Ron?
Yeah, see that woman sitting there? When did we hire her?
Oh, we didn't hire her. It's Take Your Mom to Work Day.
I've never heard of that.
Saw it on the internet.
Oh boy.
Hey guys, it's neat that Gary has a mom and all, but shouldn't we be talking about Alaskifications?
That's why I brought Mom in.
I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but she can't promise a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't promise lower energy bills the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't make sure people's air conditioner lasts longer than average, the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope. But she sings.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Wow.
Double wow.
Thanks, Mom.
Anything for the president of the company. How long have you two boys worked for Gary?
Gary!
Hey, gotta go. Promise to take Mom to lunch. Bye.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Schedule now at AlaskanAC.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text CUTS to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text Text CUT to 42424. That's CUT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Arizona baseball is on the hunt for a Big 12 championship.
Up the middle, that'll go through for a base hit. White scores, Guzman around third. He is headed home.
Catch all the action with Brian Jeffries right here on Wildcats Radio, 1290.
Former MLB All-Star Sean Casey, a.k.a. The Mayor, keeps hitting it out of the park.
Take my 30 years of experience. Take the wisdom and knowledge I've learned from the failures when I got sent down my rookie year, all the injuries I had to overcome. Your mind is the most important tool you have in life. Be relentless. Keep charging. It matters how you talk to yourself, how you look at the world. That matters. We talk about that. I don't know. I'm fired up. Baseball's back, and it's going to be incredible. I love it.
The Mayor's Office with Sean Casey from Believe.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. No one is talking Roadrunners, Sugar Skulls, and FC Tucson like us. We are Southern Arizona's #1 sports station, Wildcats Radio 1290.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona softball, #2 seed at the Big 12 tournament, knocks off Central Florida by a score of 4-3. The ladies are moving on to the semifinals. A little shaky at the beginning. Miranda Stoddard got the start for Arizona in the circle. Lasted an inning and a third, gave up a couple of runs in the second on 3 hits. Devin Netz came on after that. Devin Netz, 5 2/3 innings, a run on just 3 hits, had a strikeout. Picks up the win in relief as Arizona rallied from 3-0 down to win it 4-3. Devin Netz now 21-5 on the season. Arizona scored a run in the 4th, scored 3 in the 5th, and held Central Florida in check over the last 2 innings to get the win in the quarterfinals. And now on to the semifinals. They'll await the winner of the late game tonight in Oklahoma City. That'll be between Iowa State, the #3 seed, and #6 seed BYU. Tomorrow's game will start at 3:30 Tucson time. 3:30, you can hear it over on Freedom 1400. The first game of the day will be at 1 o'clock our time. #1 seed Texas Tech against #5 seed Arizona State. Arizona is in the second game, Iowa State or BYU to join them. Championship game will be Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Tucson time. 9 a.m. will be the call there. We're hoping to have some kind of post maybe. We'll see if we get anything out of Oklahoma City. We have requested maybe a call-in interview. We'll see if we get a call from anybody that we can put on to talk about Arizona's win tonight, this afternoon here tonight in Oklahoma City by a score of 4-3 over Central Florida. Good to see, though. Good to see for the ladies. Not easy, but they came back. 2 hits for Reagan Shockey. She had a triple. 2 hits for Devin Netz. Huge 2-out opposite field single in that 5th inning when the Wildcats scored 3 times. Dakota Kennedy drove in the other run today. Reagan Shockey scored twice, so 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a triple for Reagan Shockey, who is hitting over 400. And Dakota Kennedy continues to be the best hitter on the team, although she didn't get any hits today, hitting .431 on the season. Sydney Stewart went 0 for 2, but threw out a base runner trying to steal in the 7th inning. UCF got a leadoff single. They pinch ran, and the young lady that pinch ran thrown out with 1 out, trying to steal second base. Devin Netz got a ground out shortly thereafter to end the game, and Arizona wins it by a score of 4-3. Now, we mentioned earlier Iowa State is one of the potential opponents. The Wildcats did not play Iowa State this year in Big 12 conference action. They did play BYU on the road. The Wildcats took 2 out of 3 in Provo, including the Friday night game, which was the 8-0 perfect game by Devin Netz, in which she also hit a home run. It was a run rule affair, so they only had to play 5 innings that night. They beat BYU 8-0 in game 1, 15-6 in game 2, lost the Saturday game, because they don't play on Sundays in Provo. Lost the Sunday game 9-4. And again, did not play Iowa State this year. So that could be a whole new experience coming up tomorrow in Oklahoma City. 520-848-1290 is the number for you to get in on the program. If you have some thoughts on what you saw, if you were down at the watch party and watched this game today, we'd love to hear from you if you were down there. What was the crowd like down there at the watch party tonight? All right, let's talk a little bit about your Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks are playing tonight. They lost 2 out of 3 to the New York Mets this past week. Juan Soto continues to make the Diamondbacks his daddy. Things started pretty well yesterday. Cousin Merrill, who has, like a lot of the Diamondbacks starters, struggled this season. Cousin Merrill came out throwing the ball well early in this one.
I like that cutter call. He's looking for the strikeout. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Curveball low and away. And Acuna goes down swinging. Now the 2-2. Fastball right there. Strike 3 called. The inning is over. And a nice job by Kelly. Works around the error. He strikes out 2.
Stranding guys on base with those 2 strikeouts early in the game. 5 shutout innings for Merrill Kelly. Cousin Merrill would be a 0-0 game going into the 6th inning. But Juan Soto doesn't play for the Yankees anymore. He plays for the Mets.
The 1-1. Soto sends a high drive, center field. Thomas full sprint back to the track, looks up, it is gone! Over the high wall in straightaway center field, just to the right of that batter's eye onto the pathway. 1-0 New York on a Juan Soto special to center field. Beeks from the third base side of the mound deals, and Soto swats one the other way toward the corner. Gurriel looks, it is gone. Wow! Soto goes to left field. A line drive that just stayed up. A solo homer the other way. It is now 4-0 Mets on Soto's second of the game. He has 7 home runs. It's the second time against Arizona he's hit 2 homers in a game.
It's the 25th time in his career, Juan Soto, that he has hit more than 1 home run in a game. 25 times already. He's had multi-home run games in the major leagues. That ties him with Mel Ott, Eddie Matthews, and a dude named Alex Rodriguez for the second most by a player before the age of 27. This dude is for real. How's your dad liking Juan Soto on his team?
The day he's hitting 2 home runs a game, he loves him. On the day where he's going over with the gold sombrero, he's like, this guy is not worth the money. He's a bum. But that's just my dad.
That sounds like a Mets fan.
Yeah, no, my dad after they were having the struggles against them early on in the year, he was just saying, like, I got to call up Hank Azaria, and we just got to start drowning our sorrows again. Get all the famous Mets fans he could think of and be like, I gotta talk to these guys. We know what we need to do. Let the fans manage the team for a little bit. We know what needs to happen.
Juan Soto is only 1 multi-home run game behind the leader all time before age 27, and that was the legendary Jimmy Fox. And Juan Soto does not turn 27 until late October. He would be probably in the World Series. If the Mets make the World Series, it will likely coincide with Juan Soto's 27th birthday.
And immediately my dad is sending me a text saying, don't jinx it. Don't say it now. Wait till the All-Star break to start saying stuff like that.
Big hit late in the game for a guy on my fantasy team.
Runners lead, first and second. Pitch to Lindor is pulled down the left field line. That is a base hit heading toward the corner. It bangs up against the fence. Zokar is in. Taylor getting waved around. Perdomo's cutoff throw goes to third. 2-run score. Lindor doubles. He's at second. 6-1 Mets in the ninth.
7-1 would be the final. I'll take all I can get from Mr. Frankie Lindor. I'm winning again this week. I won. I don't know if you heard this, Dragon Ball. I won 14-0 last week. Yeah, it was a good week.
Now, was this against the person who auto-drafted or what?
It was against actually one of my old compadres from Channel 4.
Oh.
I don't know if he auto-drafted or not. Yeah, so I'm up 7-5 right now. 7-5. It's a good. I again, because early in the week I was behind just because a couple of rainouts cost me early on Monday, so I got behind. But it's been a good week so far.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So tonight, let's first hear from Torey Lovello. Torey Lovello on the 7-1 loss to the Mets.
I felt like it was going to be a little bit of a grinder today. The quick turnaround, Merrill did a great job of keeping us in this game. So it's 6+ innings of really good baseball, and maybe just ran out of gas and had to remove him from the game. But I thought overall the concerns that we had about Merrill with the body, would he be ready? He went out and addressed those and did an excellent job. There were some changes to the routine in between innings. I spoke to you guys about that pregame. I don't know exactly what that is, but I think a lot of it worked. And you get that type of start from Merrill, you're expecting to win the game and put up some points, but we just couldn't get a big hit. I thought we had one good opportunity with pinch hit situation with Cattell that unfortunately didn't go the way we wanted it to. We had some small opportunities to push some runs across. We didn't. It was one of those days, just it didn't have a great feel to it from where I was in the dugout, and we just couldn't get rolling. So maybe it's a credit to their starting pitcher. He's got very good stuff. But I believe enough in that team and that's sitting in that clubhouse right now that they can put up points against any type of starting pitching. We have to. We got to be able to beat any type of starter. So that's not an excuse, but I just feel like it was one of those days. So flush it, come out here tomorrow, and be ready for day one against the Dodgers.
Is it Kodai Senga? Is that Kodai Senga?
Yeah, Kodai Senga.
Kodai Senga. Okay, 6 shutout innings for Kodai Senga. Merrill was good. He's on my fantasy team too. I'll take it. It's a quality start. 3 earned runs, 6 hits, and 6 1/3. So he pitched into the 7th, which he had not done all year. 6 Ks. We'll take that. I've also got Jalen Beeks, and he gave up the 2nd home run to Juan Soto. He's been a little bit not as sharp the last couple times out as Jalen Beeks, but he's been not bad whatsoever.
Now,
So
what did you think was the change in his approach?
I don't
this
know.
time?
Yeah,
it's never anything as
is he
serious.
drinking more water? Because it's always cramping with him.
Yeah,
it's
he had a bad case of that last season.
So I don't know if he's maybe drinking more water or doing some stretching or something in between innings. Torey didn't really allude to what it is that he's doing.
That's just it, though. It's usually never anything drastic. It might just be a situation of, he stepped out of his car with his right foot first rather than his left foot. Like, it's always like the tiniest little detail because I'll just say it. As a guy who played the infield mostly, pitchers are the most high-strung members of the baseball team. They're always high-strung. Doesn't matter what level. They're the ones that are just, everything's got to be perfect today. Everything's got to be perfect. Way too much watching Bull Durham for some of these guys.
There you go. So tonight it's the Dodgers, the defending World Series champion. 6:40 first pitch. Yoshinobu Yamamoto on the mound for the Dodgers. He's 4-2. 4-2 with a 0.9 earned run average. He has 49 Ks in 40 innings. He has walked 13, so maybe be patient up there tonight against, but he didn't give up a lot of runs, obviously. Brandon Pfaadt gets the ball for Arizona, 5-2 at 3.79 ERA. He is on my fantasy team too, so good luck to Brandon. Minus 165 is the play right now. Dodgers on the money line. A heavy favorite at minus 165. Your over-under is 8.5 runs. If you take the under tonight, it's at plus 110. And on the money line, it's even for the Dodgers at minus 1.5. It is minus 120 for the Diamondbacks at plus 1.5. So if you take the Dodgers in that 1.5 tonight, you're getting it at minus 120. Again, 6:40 first pitch tonight. All right. I've been told we may be able to get Devin Netz, so stay tuned. We may have the Big 12 Player of the Year coming up before the end of the show. Cricket is getting you home right now every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Some slowing on the westbound side of I-10 between Ruthrop El Camino del Cerro to Miracle Mile. Also some slowing from the northbound I-19 merge onto westbound I-10. Collisions at Irvington and Campbell and also River Road and Oracle. The low overnight 65, sunny 96 tomorrow and 89 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Member Week is here at Lowe's with up to 40% off paint, stains, tools, flooring, and more. Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today to save more. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Did you miss the big game?
They need a 3 to get to overtime.
You know we got you covered.
Mid-court, shot is up. Good! Love has hit a 3. We're going to overtime.
Trying to keep it close, and you never give up. I guess that's life in the Big 12.
Wildcats Radio 1290.
If you have old windows, they are probably driving up your energy bills. Upgrade with new windows from the Window Depot. The Window Depot provides unbeatable value and a wide variety of in-stock and custom order windows to fit your style and budget. With our exclusive SI window brand, made right here in the USA, you'll get a full lifetime warranty, including glass replacement, for ultimate peace of mind. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you and start your project today. Experience the best prices, the biggest inventory, only at the Window Depot.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Spring is on its way to southern Arizona, and while we're hoping for a few more weeks of mild weather, we know extreme heat comes next. So right now is the time to get your car or truck road trip ready. And with 14 convenient locations, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the place. Not sure about your car's air conditioner? Need to check out that light on your dashboard? Or make sure your battery can make it through another summer? Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is here to help. With decades of experience here in Arizona and dozens of top shop awards for tires and automotive maintenance. And right now, save big on the brands you love, like Michelin, and get big rebates like $100 back on Cooper tires. Plus, buy 3, get 1 free on Cooper's new Pro Control Series tires. You can stack on even more savings when you pay with your Jack Furrier card. Check out jackfurriers.com for all the promotions and details, and even more money-saving coupons on top of our already low prices. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, since 1960, here to get you there.
You wanted to see me, Ron?
Yeah, see that woman sitting there? When did we hire her?
Oh, we didn't hire her. It's Take Your Mom to Work Day.
I've never heard of that.
Saw it on the internet.
Oh, boy.
Hey, guys. It's neat that Gary has a mom and all, but shouldn't we be talking about Alaska vacations?
That's why I brought Mom in.
I'm sure she's a lovely lady, but she can't promise a 1-year no-breakdown guarantee the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't promise lower energy bills the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope.
And she doesn't make sure people's air conditioner lasts longer than average, the way Alaskan AC does.
Nope. But she sings.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Wow.
Double wow.
Thanks, Mom.
Anything for the president of the company. How long have you two boys worked for Gary?
Gary!
Hey, gotta go. Promise to take Mom to lunch. Bye.
If you want your AC to last all summer long, with an Alaska vacation, it will always blow strong.
Schedule now at alaskanac.com.
Find Mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match.
See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
We bring you all the news and stories of your Arizona Wildcats. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Wildcats Radio 1290 for the latest highlights and commentary. Your home for U of A Athletics, Wildcats Radio 1290.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. Over 17,000 fans packed the Chase Center in San Francisco on Tuesday as the Golden State Valkyries made their WNBA debut. The league's newest team hosted the LA Sparks for a preseason battle. Los Angeles won the game 83-82, but the bigger storyline for the Sparks was the debut of Kelsey Plum. The three-time WNBA All-Star was acquired from the Las Vegas Aces in the offseason. On Tuesday night, the new star for the Sparks finished with 11 points in limited action.
There's just a lot going on today. There's a lot of new, so I think for me, I'm just trying to be patient with myself, kind of take it all in. And, it was almost like driving stick shift and getting stuck in the gear. But we'll figure that out, and I have a lot of confidence and faith that, we're going to be rolling.
The Sparks and Valkyries will face off again to start the regular season on May 16th. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Olivia Harlan-Decker on Westwood One.
Count on Kohl's for those special gifts Mom deserves this Mother's Day. Inspire her inner chef with must-haves for her kitchen, wellness essentials for her fitness routine, and jewelry for her perfect night out. Plus, you can save 15% on some of your finds and earn Kohl's Cash. Find Mom's perfect gift in time for Mother's Day at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles. Offer valid through May 11th. Kohl's Cash and coupons do not apply to Sephora. Exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for more details.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Arizona softball knocks off Central Florida by a score of 4-3 today. So the Wildcats are on to the semifinals of the Big 12 tournament. They'll await the winner of the final game of the day out in Oklahoma City between BYU and Iowa State. Wildcats have played BYU, took 2 out of 3, have not played Iowa State since joining the Big 12. So we'll wait to see who the opponent will be. We do know it'll be at 3:30 tomorrow. 3:25-ish will be the broadcast time over on Freedom 1400 with Derek Palmer. 520-848-1290 for you to get in on the program. NBA tonight, only one game. Warriors will play the Timberwolves in Game 2 of their Western Conference, I should say, semifinal. Last night, some dramatics in the series between the Knicks and the Celtics.
Clock is down to 5. Driving on Holiday. Budging his way inside and got it to go with a swerving move. He'll go spinning into Towns. Knocked away by Cornette, but retrieved by Brunson. 3-on-2 on the wing. Bridges. He'll put up a 3. Good! Big shot. Brunson, the cutting heart inside. A lot of traffic. Towns put it down. Tips it back through. 2-point gain.
Plus 21 with Robinson in.
Tatum right to the hole. And the Celtics the lead. Timeout. Robinson with the ball. For the lead. He was fouled as he fired. The regular season. 81% against Detroit. Will rattle for the Celtics.
They're going to go. They're not going to use the timeout. Plenty of time here.
It's Tatum. Robinson's on him. Tatum maneuvering.
did it make you sick to your stomach to see the guy making that great defensive play, Mikal Bridges, knowing that he used to do that here in the desert?
Yeah, he used to do that in the desert pretty effectively. The other part of it also, the thing that I am loving watching this series, particularly with the Knicks' entire playoff run so far, I feel so glad for Mitchell Robinson. This is a guy that for a lot of people were saying, this is going to be a guy that's got to be eventually he's going to be cut by the Knicks because he just can't stay healthy. Now all of a sudden, this guy is a plus 32 on the court. He can't be off the court during crunch time moments. Mitchell Robinson is being a nuisance to Al Horford out there playing down low and is allowing Karl Anthony Towns to do what he can do best, which is be that in-between big that can shoot the three as well as score it down low that you heard in the highlight there.
21 points, 17 rebounds for Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges would finish with 14-7, 5 assists, 3 steals last night. Let's hear from Jalen Brunson on one Mikal Bridges and how he always seems to be able to rise up for the big moment when it matters.
I think it's been like that now. Just going back to our days in college, just the way that we practiced and we prepared for games, it was more mental than anything. And so when you get to the real life or the real game situations, you practice it, you've been prepared for it, you've been through moments like that. And so I think when you do that at a young age and you have that in your repertoire and you go into your professional career and you just have that in your back pocket, like you've went through it. And so he has the ability to block out the noise. And like I said, no matter what happens, we're going to be together as a team. And we're going to have each other's back regardless. And doesn't matter what a single person or us collectively are going through.
That was Jalen Brunson talking about one Mikal Bridges. Game number 3 of that series will be 2 nights from tonight. So that'll be Saturday, actually, in the afternoon, our time, Saturday afternoon at 12:30. On the other side of the coin, the Celtics facing the defending champs, facing a 0-2 hole. And Jaylen Brown a little confused on why his team is in that 0-2 hole.
I'm not sure. We've gotten to great starts. We guarded. We played physical with energy today. To start the fourth quarter, I thought we got like 4 or 5 great looks in a row that didn't go in, and maybe that affected us. But what's done is done. Now we got an opportunity to see what we made of, and come out and try to make something happen. Game 3.
Do either the Cavaliers or the Celtics come back and win either of these series?
Come back and win this series? I don't know. The Cavaliers, I think, have just been the victim of 2 impressive winning time moments. I mean, the fact of the matter is that Tyrese Halliburton is going on a revenge tour like I have not seen in a long time. That he took that overrated comment by his peers very seriously. For the Celtics, they just look they look old. I'm sorry. There's no other way of putting it. We need to have the conversation of, we saw with the Oklahoma City Thunder, they played the same day as this Knicks game. The Oklahoma City Thunder have young depth, and everybody can play. The Celtics have depth, but not everyone on their depth can play. And it's showing out right now. They have not been able to get good minutes seemingly out of Al Horford in the final halves of the second halves of these games. Kristaps Porzingis, I don't know where he was at in the second half. When Peyton Pritchard might be your best shooter on the floor, that's a problem, particularly when you have 2 guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who are 2 of the best isolation scorers that you can find in basketball. And that's just the thing. It's not as if the Knicks are making, big defensive stops or anything like that, because they are. But the Celtics are just shooting themselves out of the series. They were at one point 0 for 18 in the fourth quarter for a stretch. They can't have that happen if they want to win this series. They can't do this if they want to win a game in this series, let alone take 4 more.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Again, Game 3 coming up Saturday in New York. Now, would it be 7 road wins In the second round of the NBA playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder said nope, nope, no, and a hell no.
4% from the field. They were 31% from three-point territory, but they out-rebounded the Thunder 63-43. Murray, it rims in to get the scoring started.
Unable to convert there, but you like his aggressiveness if you're Denver.
Holmgren lob it up, slam it down, Hartenstein. Hartenstein trying to give it up. The cut and the jam by Williams.
And Oklahoma City, one of the best cutting teams in the NBA, execute at the end of the game like they would have liked.
Didn't finish. Didn't slam the door shut, as Mark Daigneault said to us. Turnover. Wallace ahead. Joe, poke away, but he put it to Hartenstein, and Dort is there. Watson got a piece, but that's how this first quarter is gone.
149 to 106, a 43-point win for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, big game, 34 points for him. He only hit 1 3-pointer in that game, had 10 made twos in that game for the Thunder, as they'll go back to Denver now, even in that series 1-1. All right, time now for our Desert Diamond Casino replay. We're going to get this in early because we are going to be joined by Devin Netz here coming up at 5:40 from Oklahoma City after a 4-3 Arizona softball win over University of Central Florida. It's your Desert Diamond Casino replay brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino Sports Book. It is Arizona's best bet. We had a chance to talk to the athletics director at the University of Arizona a little bit earlier today, and it is Desiree Reed-Francois talking about one Devin Netz and the onset of finals for her student athletes. Well, how about the young lady in the circle, Devin Netz, named the Big 12 Player of the Year?
Big 12, yes. Did you see that video? Wasn't that fantastic?
I did. I saw the one you guys put together. She's sitting in the stands and being interviewed and talking about, you know, her journey and having to sit out last year and the injury. It's great to it's been a great story all year long, just her ability to come back from that back injury and be able to compete at such an exceptionally high level, and then to just get this award to be the 7th player in the history of the program to have that is just the cherry on top.
Isn't it, though? Thank you for mentioning that. And she is a special young lady. I mean, she is a leader both on the court, on the diamond, and off. And it's really neat. It was a great story. There we go. Okay, I like that. I like the way we ended that inning.
Oh, see, you're about 5 seconds ahead of me. So I'm just now seeing the doubleheader. But that's okay. That's okay.
Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna stop paying attention. I'm all in for you. I apologize, David.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I didn't know you had a little play-by-play in your background too.
Definitely not. I'm going to stay in my lane. You know what's special this week coming up? Can you believe that graduation is coming?
It is. It's amazing. We were just talking. So it's interesting how you brought that up, because we were just talking about today is what they like to call reading day, which is I said that's the academically correct way to say. I think the kids call it dead day because they were all out on University Boulevard having fun last night, and so they sleep all day today. But your office is right there in the academic building, so I told Dragon Boy, I said, I got to ask Desiree, have there been kids in there reading today on reading day?
You know, I'd like to plead the fifth on that one, but, you know, we do have a history, like the best GPA in department history, but so they must have all got their reading done yesterday.
That is your Desert Diamond Casino replay. It's brought to you by Desert Diamond Casino Sportsbook. It is Arizona's best bet. All right, cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5. Devin Netz from Oklahoma City, straight ahead. DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions reported Broadway and Keno Parkway and Broadway Boulevard, River Road near La Cholla. That was a hit and run. River Road near La Cholla. From earlier, Naranja west of La Cholla, crash at River Road and Oracle. And for your weather, 65 the overnight low, 96 sunny skies tomorrow, and 89 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
Discover luxury at BMW of Tucson, your premier BMW dealership.
Explore our extensive inventory, lease specials, and state-of-the-art service. Visit us at the Tucson Auto Mall or at bmwoftucson.com today.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen. Get big summer flavor in every bite with the new DQ Summer Blizzard Treat menu, featuring new mixing bowl mashup, fan-voted s'mores, and more. For a limited time right now at DQ. Happy tastes good at participating locations.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Seems everything costs more these days. Gas, groceries, and when's the last time you checked your wireless bill? When it comes to big wireless, if you're staying, you may be overpaying. Switch to Consumer Cellular to get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill. Plans start at just $20 a month, and now for a limited time, new customers can get their second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit a store near you, or consumercellular.com and start saving today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Find mom's best gift at Target. Now through Mother's Day, get up to 40% off gifts for her. Discover trendy apparel and swimwear that'll elevate any wardrobe. Jewelry that'll make her smile shine brighter, and even chocolate that'll turn any moment into something sweeter. There are endless options to choose from to show her she's the best. Hurry! Save 20 to 40% on select apparel, jewelry, chocolates, and more this Mother's Day only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
I don't have to tell you it's hot. Hi, this is Ron from Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. Make sure your home is cool and comfortable all summer long. Routine maintenance can often prevent major breakdowns. Call us before the first sign of trouble. Call today, 520-492-0748 or picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
It's DK on the Sports Tip. Did you hear what we were talking about?
Sonny, you're on DK on the Sports Tip, Wildcats Radio 1290.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on your show. I'm really glad and appreciate the show that you guys put together, bringing what I think is sort of quality local radio.
This is a great radio station. You guys are high school and everything, and this is a great radio station sports-wise.
Well, we appreciate you saying that, Victor. Thank you so much. DK on the Sports Tip, Monday through Fridays at 3, right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This is Zach Gelb with the Sports Bet. It's sponsored by BetMGM, the sportsbook board in Vegas. Please gamble responsibly. The Knicks on the road last night completed another 20-point comeback against the Celtics to take a 2-game-to-none series lead over the defending champs. To be clear, the series is far from over, but up 2-0, the Knicks now must win this series. And when you look at the other series in the East and you see the Pacers up 2-0 on the Cavs, it leads me to say this for the first time this year, and now I expect the Knicks to win 6 more games and be playing in the NBA Finals come June. I'm Zach Gelb.
What's up, baseball fans? It's time to swing big on your bets this season. Step up to the plate with an odds boost token from BetMGM, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. No opt-in is required. Just log into your BetMGM account to receive your odds boost token. Then place a bet on any MLB game and activate your token. If your boosted bet hits, you'll score a bigger payout. No matter the showdown, BetMGM is your betting home for baseball. Don't miss your chance at a bigger payout on your bet. Claim your MLB odds boost token today and activate the token before placing your bet. At BetMGM, the action is always on deck, so step up to the plate and get in on the excitement all season long. Major League Baseball trademarks used with permission. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. MLB Odds Boost token can be used on any MLB odds of -300 or longer. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Arizona only. Existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Rewards vary and expire in 1 to 7 days. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
12th Player of the Year, big-time opportunity for her.
And she delivers. 1 run will score. Here comes the 2nd run to score. The Wildcats take command. Devin Netz doing it again, driving in 2 runs.
Devin Netz came through in the circle, came through at the plate. That's why she is the Big 12 Player of the Year. Arizona beat Central Florida coming from behind, down 3-zip to win 4-3 in the Big 12 Conference quarterfinals. And we are pleased to be joined by the 7th winner of Conference Player of the Year in program history, Devin Netz. And first of all, Devin, congratulations. I mean, it's been an unbelievable story for you coming back off the injured season last year. Could you ever imagine winning the Conference Player of the Year award, however?
No, honestly, a year ago today, I got asked this question, but a year ago today, all I wanted to do was just put this uniform back on and just have fun again. I went through a lot coming back from this injury, and honestly, I just wanted to put this uniform on and have fun and just be with my team again. So I honestly have to tip my cap to my team and just how much fun I've had with them and how much that they've supported me in this. And all the success is just coming from playing hard and having fun.
What was that year like for you? What was last year like for you? Obviously, you mentioned, getting hurt kind of a little bit about a month before the season was set to start and just not being able to go for your sisters.
Honestly, sitting out, it took a lot out of me. It took a lot just to sit there and just, wear that red shirt uniform instead of putting the actual Arizona uniform on. So it's fun, and I learned a lot from that perspective, if that makes sense. Being able to have the game taken away from you is something that I kind of would have to say was a blessing in disguise. But coming back and being successful this year is just, honestly, I just want to be everything that my team needs and Team 51 needs.
Was it when you were coming back then, when you were kind of going through the rehab, was there ever any hesitance to, I want to just make sure that I'm careful because I want to be able to play, like you said, for Team 51 this year?
The rehab that I went through in December before I actually had the final say to sit out the season, that was when I knew that the timid person coming back was not the kind of player that I wanted to be when it came to playing softball. So that was one of my reasons why that my team didn't need someone being timid. They needed 100% authentic Devin Netz. And when I worked really hard to rehab that entire year and come back and also just be, the player that Team 51 needed, which was the 100%, 110% Devin Netz, someone that just goes at people and is aggressive and just competes. That's the kind of person that my team needed. And if anything, that's just something that they have supported me through in that decision as well. So, yeah.
So obviously, Devin, you hit 3 home runs on opening night. Did you feel? I mean, incredible performance just to start things off. But did you think, okay, yeah, I'm back, or did you feel going into the season that you were where you wanted to be to start the year?
Honestly, like I said from the beginning, I just wanted to have fun and put that uniform on. But the moment that I was able to be in that box again and just feel that that energy, that Rita energy, being in that uniform again is something that I don't know. I just try to never take for granted. So coming off of that game where I had 3 home runs in my first game, that's just something that I kind of stepped back and I was like, wow, you know what? We're back. let's have fun. Let's have a fun year. Let's just go all in. It's my last year.
What does it mean for you to be kind of the last player that played for Mike Candrea and obviously to also play for Caitlin Lowe?
Gosh, it's, I think, one of the coolest things that I've gotten to experience, because I got to be a part of Coach's legacy and what he started and what he finished here at Arizona, but also just kind of the tradition and the legacy that he instills in all of his players, and all the alumni that come back. They just have nothing but great things to say, and how much love that he's not only like received, but just the love that he's given. And it's something that being the last player is a little bittersweet, but it's something that knowing that Coach is something that he's changed softball and the game of softball, not only in the United States, but across the world forever. And that's something that I get to be a part of, and that's something that I get to also give back to the program that gave me so much. So being a part of Coach's legacy is something that is so cool, and something that I get to say that, hey, I'm the last player, but you know what? He's given me everything, and he supported me through everything. So he's still here to cheer all of us on, but he's amazing.
Yeah, he was there for senior night when you went through. Did he say anything profound that night? Did he say anything new that maybe you hadn't heard, or just kind of something that kind of will stick with you moving forward?
Coach always has his one-liners, let's just say that. And Coach and I have a funny way of, communicating with each other, but it's all love, and it's all out of love, and just him being there for me. Even after I talk with my actual head coach, Caitlin Lowe, and coming off the games, he's always right there behind her, and he's always got something to say, and he always has something kind of like, he's always got one-liners that are profound to say, and it's something that always sticks with me after a weekend or after the long day. But just him always being there through my freshman year all the way through my fifth year, he has supported me. Him and his wife and his family have supported me through everything. Even throughout this whole back injury, he's been the person that's always been by my side. And I can't believe this is my last year, but I'm glad that I get to end, something that I got to be a part of, not only like his legacy, but just, give back to the program that gave me so much.
Arizona senior Devin Netz joining us, Big 12 Player of the Year. Wildcats beat Central Florida 4-3. They'll advance to the semifinals and play the winner of the game between BYU and Iowa State. Devin, you haven't played Iowa State. You obviously fond memories of the BYU, the perfect game and the home run. A couple things there. Do you know of anybody that's ever? We couldn't figure out if anybody had ever pitched a perfect game and hit a home run in the same game. Do you know of anybody else? Has anybody told you that that's been done before?
No, I had no idea. And honestly, if I'm going to be very frank with you guys, I had no idea that I was pitching a perfect game until I came in after that at bat where I hit the home run. And every inning I go to my pitching coach and we talk about the next 3 to 4 hitters that we're going to face next in the circle. And when I talked to him, I was like, oh wow. And I looked at the lineup, I was like, oh, I faced every hitter perfectly. And I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh. And so I sat down, had a little freaked out moment in my head, and I went to go get more Gatorade. And I came back, I was like, I got this. We're fine. We got this. My team's got me. But honestly, I didn't realize it because they were scrammed the ball. But honestly, people say yes, Devin, you pitched a perfect game and you hit a home run. Great. But you know what? That was an Arizona perfect game. Our defense was on lock that entire game. And I didn't realize, it kind of hit me the next day about how everything has to happen perfectly, defensively, offensively, just in the circle, just hitting spots. And I really have to tip my cap to my team again because that was an Arizona softball perfect game, not just mine.
Speaking of defense, how about Sydney Stewart throwing out the base runner in the 7th tonight?
Gosh, that really secured the win for us, and that's something that she has that position on lock. She is someone who just covers every corner of that plate, and even if it's high, if it's low, it's in the dirt, she is always blocking it. So it's so fun having her, and I am so grateful to have her on my team this year. And it's been fun playing against her, but you know what? I'm glad she's on my team because she's got a cannon of an arm, and it's really fun to have her behind the plate, and she's just one of my closest friends as well on this team. So it's great to have her on this team.
Devin, I've been covering Arizona softball now for 17 years, and I don't know that I've ever seen a team that had 2 pitchers that could hit like this team with you and Miranda Stoddard. Do you guys kind of see the uniqueness in having that ability for the both of you to be able to go out there and contribute at both ends?
gosh, our coaches always say, like, come on, we're 1 of 1 with this team when it comes to having 2 pitchers in the lineup. Like, we can do so much with this. Like, we can do so much. We are so versatile, and we don't have to make so many substitutions. Like, you guys are just so versatile in and out of the circle. And tonight was an example of that. You know, I've come in situations where I've had Miranda's back, and she's had mine in situations as well when it comes to that. So, honestly, it's so awesome having someone just have the same, like, mindset and who understands it as well, because my junior year, I went through a lot, and I didn't really think a lot of people understood just the mental toughness that you have to have, and having Miranda to talk to and, you know, having the lineup who understands what it takes, just have that extra, you know, toughness in the circle and the play at first base. Gosh, it's really fun to be this versatile of a team, but just know that we have so many options.
Is it weird, Devin? You know, we've always approached the postseason as you want to get to Oklahoma City in the end, but this year we're starting in Oklahoma City. Is that a little bit strange?
It's different, and you know, Coach Kate said in our interview earlier was that, you know what, in the Pac-12 we were kind of jealous that the Big 12 conference got to hold you know, their conference tournament at the World Series field. So for us, that's kind of like an advantage. But you know what? Now we're in the Big 12. We can say that we play on the stadium, and I think it's really special just to be on this dirt and just to know that there's so much history on that field, and to just be a part of it, even if it's in a conference play situation, but also knowing that that's where we want to be, and it kind of gives us a little taste of what we want in the end.
All right, Devin, I always see you. You're a country music loving kind of girl. Who's your favorite act out there?
Oh my gosh, I got to give a shout out to Cody Johnson. He's one of my favorites.
Cody Johnson.
He's one of my favorites. Yes.
How many times have you seen him in person?
I've seen him once. These country concerts are so expensive, and my travel schedule doesn't allow me to get out there. But you know what? I love Cody Johnson. I also love Ella Langley. She's one of my favorites. And my up-and-coming artist right now is John Morgan. He's one of my favorites.
All right. We see it's too late for us to get an NIL going for Devin Nets so she can go see more country concerts. We'll have to work on that.
Come on. Maybe Wrangler, maybe Tacovas. Come on, hit me up, please. I'll do anything. I need some more boots. 8 is not enough.
You need more boots. How many?
I have 8 pairs. 8 pairs is not
enough? Oh, my God.
Nope, I need more.
All right. What's the next brand that you need?
I want Wranglers.
Wranglers.
I want Wrangler. I want Buckle. I love the Buckle jeans. The bootcut jeans are my favorite. Oh my gosh. Shout out Buckle, please. Buckle Black, please.
All right. There you go. Devin, congratulations on the win today and coming back to get the victory, finishing things out in the circle, and then just an incredible senior year. Looking forward to more stories to tell over the course of the next, hopefully, 4 to 5 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Devin Nets, Big 12 Player of the Year, 7th Wildcat to ever have that honor. Perfect way to end the show today. Thanks to Devin Nets. Thanks to Desiree Reed-Francois. Thanks to Morgan Pape from Pima Track. We'll be at High Corbett Field tomorrow to get you set for Arizona and Utah, for Dragon Ball, for Priscilla, for cricket. J-Dub had the day off. My name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. DK on the Sports Tip. That is who we are. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the AutoNation Honda and BMW of Tucson Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Collisions reported Broadway and Keno Parkway and Broadway Boulevard, Naranja near La Cholla on Naranja to the west of La Cholla. Some slowing on westbound I-10 approaching and passing Ruthrop. 65 the low, 96 sunny tomorrow, and 88 now. That's your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $250 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends June 14th. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
Quick, she's over here. I don't know. I just found her like this.
Yeah, she's banged up, but she'll be fine.
Oh, thank God. What can I do?
Just need the keys. And, sir?
Yeah?
Your car's gonna be fine.
Thank you.
Mobile detailing from Recon Auto Detailing. Tired of wear and tear on your vehicle or just tired of cleaning it yourself? We'll come to you. Book with us online and see why we have over 1,100 5-star reviews. Recon Auto Detailing. ReconDetail.com.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
Nobody covers your Cats like we do.
Touchdown, Arizona!
With press conferences, coaches shows, and play-by-play, we bring you all the stories, highlights, and analysis of your Arizona Wildcats. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
when the storm rolls in, my time to find a pet-friendly evacuation center will have run out.
The scorching heat wave will leave me powerless to cool my insulin.
I'll face a hurricane without meds. Now that's a tough pill to swallow.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Chuck McDowell here. If you were misled or lied to in any way when buying a timeshare, right now is your wake-up call. With the tariffs, economy tanking, and inflation rising, you might need to ask yourself this question. Is owning a timeshare a good idea? With all the economic uncertainty, you need to protect yourself and your family. Don't look back and say, if I'd have only got rid of that stupid timeshare they lied to me about. It's time to stop thinking about canceling your timeshare and finally get rid of it and be smart with your money. At Wesley Financial Group, we've saved 48,000 families an average of $65,000 in lifetime payments. Give us a call. I guarantee if we take you as a client, we will cancel your timeshare permanently or you'll pay nothing.
Call Wesley for your free timeshare exit kit. 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331. 800-939-1331.
Arizona baseball is on the hunt for a Big 12 championship.
Up the middle, that'll go through for a base hit. White scores, Guzman around third. He is headed home.
Catch all the action with Brian Jeffries right here on Wildcats Radio 1290.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Progressive knows when you're on your boat, you're already on vacation. And Vacation You forgets all your worries. Vacation You doesn't even keep track of time and knows that time is a meaningless construct designed to control us, man. But Regular You knows you don't want to be too far out in the water after the sun goes down because Vacation You doesn't know how to navigate in the dark yet. Vacation You and Regular You really need to get on the same page. So bundle your boat with your home or auto policy and earn an automatic discount from Progressive. And spend the savings on the both of you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We talk Diamondbacks baseball daily.
Overall, inside of our culture, it's built on love, trust, commitment, and effort. And I think love is the glue to all of it.
Love, trust, commitment, and effort. We are Wildcats Radio 1290.
You're listening to the JR Sport Brief.
It is. Oh, man, this is bad. The JR Sport Brief Show on the Infinity Sports Network. Oh, no, I'm not bad. The Golden State Warriors, they're bad. I'll give you the score in a second. I'm coming to you live from Atlanta, Georgia. And thank you to everybody tuned in all over North America. I'm happy to be here with you. I'll be hanging out for one more hour. I get started here every weekday, Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. How can you listen? Easy on the free Odyssey app. AUDACY. Just search the Infinity Sports Network. Just search the JR Sport Brief Show. You can listen live on your local affiliate. Now, I don't know where you live. You can Google that too. You know where you live, I hope. You can tune in on Sirius XM 375. If you have a smart speaker, ask the speaker to play the Infinity Sports Network. We've had a busy show. Thank you so much to Christian Winfield for coming through to talk about the New York Knicks and their 2-0 series lead against the Boston Celtics. Right now, this minute, this second, we got a basketball game going on in Minneapolis, Minnesota, right downtown. And the Timberwolves, well, they are smacking around the Golden State Warriors. 25-7. There's about 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. This is ugly, okay? Draymond Green, 0 points. Jimmy Butler has 5 of the 7 points. Jonathan Kuminga has the other 2. And so I think you might be able to figure this out. Buddy Hield, 0 points. Pajemski, 0 points. Quentin Post, 0 points. Kevon Looney played, 0 points. Moses Moody, 0 points. Yeah, everybody has 0 points. Yeah, this is not good. Hey, shout outs to our producer in New York holding it down, Ryan Botcher. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, minding my business, hanging out here in the studio, watching basketball, having fun, and just all of the things. Botcher, am I a bad guy if I just hope that this is a blowout so I don't got to watch the end?
No.
Okay.
I don't think anyone has expectations of the Warriors winning without Curry anyway.
Well, the game or the series?
The series, the championship.
Oh, yeah, we can throw that out.
Yeah, way out.
Yeah, you're correct about that. Hey, Steph Curry actually spoke to the media earlier today before the game. He gave an update on his condition. Are we going to see Steph Curry the rest of this series? Here's Steph Curry with a timetable, not a timetable. Listen to this.
And from all that I'm learning about how quickly you can get back, there has to be a healing process is just the way the body works. You can't accelerate it more than what it's telling you. So it'll be one of those after a week, like really reevaluating every day to kind of understand when it's safe just to even think about playing, let alone like how much can you push it.
Okay. That means we ain't going to see this guy. And if we do see him again, he's going to be compromised. And if Steph Curry is compromised, then why even bring him back? The series might already be over by the time he's ready to go as Anthony Edwards flies in for a slam dunk. At least Golden State has more than 7 points. They've now graduated to 12. Hey, they'll put some points up on the board. Is it going to be enough to stop Minnesota? I think the hell not. And Minnesota, just get this series over with so we can keep things moving. And speaking of series moving along, I guess you got injuries. The Cleveland Cavaliers certainly got a few of them. Last game, no Mobley. There was no Garland. There was no Hunter. And they were able to go down 2-0 to the Indiana Pacers. And some good news for Tyrese Halliburton today. I don't know if I want to call this some of the biggest news of the day, but Tyrese Halliburton, he was not fined for his big cojones celebration. Tyrese Halliburton said he was willing to pay the fine, but the NBA said, we won't fine you. Don't worry about it.
I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that, man. It was just right in the moment. Yeah, man, I've been waiting for that. I'll take that fine gladly.
Yeah, NBA didn't fine him. He gets to keep some of that money that's coming his way. His contract has to be in the $200+ million range. So I think he'll be okay to not lose $15K. And speaking of money, this is crazy. I'm trying to understand this. The news flash came off the screen here in the studio, and it said Manny Pacquiao is coming back to fight. Yeah, he's 46 years old. He's going to be in action in July against Mario Barrios. Manny Pacquiao hasn't fought in 4 years. How the hell could he not go out there and be a piñata? Like, we've seen this before. Old veteran fighter, typically a heavyweight. You know, somebody bigger. I mean, even Bernard Hopkins, who they call this guy.